on the left-hand side of the screen. This is a team that I think is super underrated and incredibly powerful. Who is playing this? Is Snake Tits playing this team?
There was a Texas player by the name of Buckethead that used to play this.
Yes. I appreciated watching Bucketheads play. But no matter how high tier of a character you are, sometimes you're gonna get hit with a frying pan and potentially lose your entire life. Looks like because Morgan didn't lose her entire life, she has this confirm on deck. Is going to be able to set up Astro full screen. There are soul drains coming out. Sentinel very willing to just like fly. Oh, Snake Tits is the one that's playing Chun and not Utsu? Oh no, okay, the name swap.
Yeah. Utsu is very known for having a pretty godlike Chun and a pretty godlike Arthur.
Oh, and that was nice, checking if there was a good way to continue doing damage to Dr. Doom, but then not overcommitting in any way when he saw that it would be an investment and that Zero might get to punish. Good patience on Utsu's behalf. Snake Tits willing to invest this meter with Zero. Zero, a character that always builds back enough meter to kill, so you have the opportunity to use a decent amount of it in neutral, and is going to be able to chip out a decent amount of Chun-Li, but it's in a scary situation. If Doom gets hit with one good tag, oh no, it doesn't matter if Doom gets hit with one good tag. If you get Happy Birthday'd and lose not one, just one of your characters, but Arthur is bleeding something fierce after that too.
Alright, the Marvel gods have smiled upon Utsu, giving them another chance.
Smiled until Utsu had managed to push block, I think, and then even with Zero being so far away, the side of down H still clipped Sentinel's gigantic hurt box. That's rough when you're the big robot. And going for that Goddess Bracelet. This is the X Factor prop on Snake and gets hit on Zero but doesn't confirm. And kills Doom. This is actually looking incredibly potentially powerful for Utsu. Needs to not die to the pop. Oh, Snake Tits not ready to combo off the pop and kill. This is the end. And Utsu does it with the Arthur, taking it for Knights everywhere. Very nice work, Utsu.
The Marvel Gods had a plan for Arthur whenever they dropped him out the Happy Birthday, and giving Utsu the first game here. Very nice.
That's the thing, if someone drops their Happy Birthday on you and only kills one character, that is one more chance you have to win the game. So, Utsu taking that chance and making it work. But let's see if the same magic that happened last time can happen this time, because Zero is putting some pressure on Sentinel and has him in the corner with access to missiles. Oh, this is looking terrifying for Utsu. Is going to lose this character and need to deal with an incoming mix-up. And it's amazing to see the diversity of teams that Snake Tits can run. Out here with the Zero Morgan Doom, I haven't seen as much of this from him as some of the other teams he's played, but incredibly powerful. And, oh no, Arthur's getting hit. How do you protect him properly with Chun? It feels like you don't really have the correct tools on point to just stop Zero from flailing on buttons near him.
Oof.
And missile save. Finding out how you can and can't avoid missiles in various situations is incredibly important, and manages to get into a situation where Zero will be safe, but he gets the dive. I'm not sure if Snake Tits was going for the upward lightning potentially to try and just like position himself and get around things. I think with the X Factor here, no, Snake Tits has lost his Dr. Doom as an assist both games. That does not feel good when you do not get to play one of your characters. Now Utsu has the X Factor on deck, has the armor on Arthur. This is going to be scary for Snake Tits Morgan. What will she do to get around this? She'll probably still die because there's chip available. And with that, Utsu, at this point, if you're Snake Tits, do you start thinking of snapping in this Arthur? Because other characters have gone down on the team, but Arthur has just been a menace.
Right. Oh well, we're opting for a character switch first of all to the bird. I don't know if Utsu's been downloading all this, but, might get you know, there's a lot of tech out there. I don't know if switching to the bird in this economy is the correct choice, but we'll see. And we'll also see if, like you said, if they'll opt to start snapping in Arthur there. But with the bird back there, it might make it make them think twice about spending meters or something like that.
Jeez, Morgan is bleeding. Tits has been summoning her, but hasn't really had the resources to protect her while she's out. She's lost over half her life just as an assist. One just like Hyper Sentinel Force or something from Utsu is going to get rid of this character, but Snake Tits, even if he loses Morgan, things have been accomplished. He is up to 5 meters already. Utsu's team has many powerful things and unblockable level of mix-ups, but it looks like Phoenix is going to happen this game. There's some of that maybe side TAC tech with run in some dashes. We'll see if there's some way that Utsu's able to take this amount of resources for Phoenix, because things are looking potentially good for Snake Tits if everything keeps working out, but the Morgan confirms are just not quite there. Sentinel getting so many chances to live, but not going to live through this throw. Oh, and brings the Phoenix onto point. How do you feel about bringing Phoenix in when you have Morgan assist?
Well, I mean, it does give Snake Tits a little bit more offensive options there. And there is always that DHC to an Invincible Super to Astral if that's ever needed. Not sure what the route is on this Chun-Li. Okay, drops a combo. Utsu very good at using those daggers. Uh-oh. What's the tech?
Ups and tags into Morgan. Morgan's gonna die, but Phoenix is going to come in. She will not have enough meter to use Phoenix Inferno on incoming. She needs to at least eat one mix-up. Oh no, she didn't need to eat one mix-up. She's going to play.
What's gonna happen here, dude? What's gonna happen? No way! Yeah!
Caught, and then the level 3 catches too, and with that, Utsu, every time Arthur entered the screen, won the game. And with that, a 3-0 for Utsu over Snake Tits. Very nice work for Utsu. But that doesn't mean that Snake Tits is out of the bracket. There is still the learner's side available, and it's already starting to get filled with killers so quickly. With this team, even though I'm pretty biased against She-Hulk anywhere other than point, because it just feels like has a hard time DHCing in, and then her assists aren't the types of things that are going to like force your point character to win a game. It looks like Firebrand, just in like spitting fire for a bit, has managed to take out half of Tron's life, and the kidnap is going to confirm off of it. Tubazo's Firebrand so threatening that it has 3 wins before it even plays its first game. We may want to change that on the UI, Kevin, if the opportunity comes up. It looks like She-Hulk is going to knock him into the corner and is now getting mixed. And
right. Looks like Lancaros did hear you, because they did opt to bring in Jenny at the earliest opportune moment. But getting scratched up by this Firebrand here.
Went for the reset. That's one of the things that's nice about her, even though She-Hulk has a hard life in a lot of ways. A character like Firebrand, whose damage is not that great, is going to need a lot more hits if he wants to kill her. And there's going to be no Firebrand left with that confirmed from Tron. And you have a ground bounce from your aerial normal. It allows confirms in so many situations. And oh no, J-Dog, will you explain the misery that just happened there with the Gamma Wave interaction with Crush so that our audience can know?
Right, that happened because the second hit of Gamma Wave hit shortly after the first hit of Gamma Crush happened. So they got that soft knockdown state instead of going up in the air. The best way to avoid that is to delay the super input after you do the Gamma Wave.
Sure that you take enough time that you're not gonna over-rush on things. Rushing is another great way to lose in this game. Try to do something too fast instead of doing it at the right time. Oh, and the backside of H still made Doctor Strange block there. But looks like now X Factor is gone for Sexy Rancheros, and it's going to need to have some pretty optimal investment of resources if he wants to be able to kill both of these characters, and isn't even going to kill Hulk here. I'm incredibly surprised that H didn't hit, especially with how that last one needed to be blocked.
Oh,
He
Gamma
Hulk got
Flash!
back to the ground? Oh, I thought Hulk was back at the ground too.
Oh, tried to X Factor DP, I
It-
bet. Oh!
With that, it looks like Tubazo's going to go up and take that game. The Armored Arthur at the end. And it seemed like Firebrand's zoning was incredibly potent against both Tron and She-Hulk in the previous matchup. What would you adjust in trying to get in against a character like... I don't think most people have very much, if any, experience against Firebrand's zoning patterns, just because he's not a common character. Like, how to approach this is some of the like bigger-bodied characters that they have a bigger hurt box and just go with zoning a little bit more.
Well, definitely blocking it out is a little bit better than running into stuff and just kind of just slowly but surely make your way in there. The mobility is another challenge, but Tubazo does have the Hulk in right now, gonna power up this Arthur assist, making his team even that much more threatening.
Haggers is one of the most underrated assists in this game. Oh, and that is part of it! This should be the end of both characters. Tubazo getting the confirm, making the good read, and this time making sure to delay that Gamma Crush so that it doesn't have the drop from Gamma Wave, and takes the game much more convincingly. Tubazo going up 2-0.
Yeah, that was just a series of unfortunate events for Rancheros.
It was.
Oh, but we start off. Oh, had to hit on Firebrand. That would have been huge if they would have been able to clean it up.
For opportunity, this is very possible, and with the resources available, may be able to be done with only a single meter. Oh, definitely with a single meter. Tron hits hard enough that this is going to be the end of Firebrand. It's Tron and his coming mix-ups, like, oh, crossed under with the crouching light. Tubazo, great player, not ready for the crouching opposite side normal. But just those pokes from the air dash into S with Sexy Rancheros, even though they lost the previous games, it was incredible how often they were getting hits with that. Oh, and goes into the reset. Oh, the team synergy in between Tron and She-Hulk. We see why these two are together here. Able to get the reset on Hulk. Now there's so much meter on deck. Oh
Ooh.
no!
Looked like the startup was too long for that jump S to come out. Even in X Factor. But now Arthur has his back against the ropes. The car. No.
Oh no, the defense all went wrong for Tubazo, but this is going to be Sexy Rancheros getting back in the game in dominant fashion, managing to get one on the board against Tubazo's 2.
Things played out a lot better there, able to get rid of the Firebrand early. Hopefully Rancheros repeats what they did right in that last game and rise some momentum to win the set.
I'm gonna need to hop off for my match now. I'll be back soon.
For sure, for sure. Setting up the solo unblockable there. Not much Tron can do there, unfortunately. Too thick of a character and not enough options to really get out of that. Yo, is this... Look at the damage. The grab reset is good. She-Hulk coming into some fire zone in here. She-Hulk getting juggled by this red chicken. Fake empty jump low. Let's go. Very nice from Tubazo. But not a lot of damage available for Firebrand, but these resets are on point. And none of really Rancheros' assists can really help Jenny get out of that. Man, good stuff to Rancheros, just trying something to get out of that, but you know, Tubazo has all the contingencies covered. Oh, very unfortunate. Weird hitbox, and not able to adjust the X Factor combo to get rid of Firebrand. And that must have been an accidental level 3. And I heard somebody else hop on the mic here.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I'm back again. My match has been delayed. There are other hype matches going on, and it looks like this is going to be a scary situation for Sexy Rancheros. And chooses to snap out Doctor Strange. Even though I think that Tubazo is going to win this matchup, I don't like that because there's no X Factor on deck, and he could have killed Sexy Rancheros She-Hulk. So if you have the option between killing a character and snapping a character, if you get the same result out of both of them, it's worth it to just kill, right?
Exactly. Oh,
and the ground throws. If only there was a confirm here, but Strange is not slowed. Oh, this could do it. Okay, I think that a lot of optimization is necessary there, and oh, this isn't gonna kill, but this sets up a situation where I think he'll only need... Oh, we'll need more than this to kill again. But Tubazo setting up situations where it is possible for things to go wrong. It had been looking very secured and in the bag. Walks up full screen slowly and throws.
you know, after that series of throws Tubazo had there, I just had a feeling he wants to finish it with one last throw. That's what we got from there. But good stuff to Tubazo. And a clean 3-1 for Tubazo there. Very convincing.
Great play by both the left side with Dante Virgil support being played by Xeno, and then Wedge is running that point Deadpool with access to the Dante Hawkeye. Both of them players playing from a bit of a distance away, 59 MS and 76 MS, showing that there are people who are hungry for Marvel all over right now, and this is the opportunity to get in on it. Oh, and this is the end of Magneto. Only took 1 meter for Wedge. No going to get to live. Dante is not having a happy day. Would you snap your day, dog?
Well, we do have the Virgil on the back. It looks like Wedge is going to do that, but the brother gets to live. Oh!
He was like, bro, help me out. And then Dante come out, and both of them got hit in the face. It wasn't the help that was decided. And with that, it's showing that if you take care of both brothers, it all works out. And game 1 going to Wedge. Let's see how Xeno adapts, because that was a turn of a very unfortunate events for him. Time manages to push back Wedge to the corner. Then the confirm doesn't happen when Wedge gets a good counter poke there. Going to see a lot of space control tools with Jam Session. Both of them having access to it makes it really hard for either player to advance in a safe way. And since it seems like Wedge has determined himself to be the player that's willing to zone out more in this matchup, it seems really hard for Xeno to get around those tools while simultaneously managing the jam session. Oh, he got a hit with his Dante, but it didn't confirm into anything. Looks like Dante's gonna get snapped out again. Well, here?
Ooh, very nice fake out, but drop the confirm afterwards. And burn the X Factor. I predict the X Factor. Oh no, X Factor popped there. Very interesting. Putting the pressure on Deadpool, trying to get something going.
And that something happens with the throw. I would X here if I were Xeno, but it looks like holding on to the resources. And Xeno right now, even though he's lost the character, oh no, it had been looking good because he was at 4 bars, 2 characters in X Factor, but now it's all up to solo Dante, and solo Dante against the full team. If he gets the first hit, he's pretty good at it, but getting that first hit for him.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was a great job punishing the advancing guard there from Wedge. Taking good defensive maneuvers to make sure that he's not in some weird cross-up situation. Then Wedge, already prepared with the mix-up, has the throw on deck and is able to take another game, going up 2-0 against Xeno.
Xeno had plenty of chances to get the ball rolling, but unfortunately he seemed a little bit hesitant to spend the resources there. Opts to pick the Phoenix Wright here, which we'll see how it works out. Definitely the Maya Shield will help to nullify some of this projectile zoning from Wedge, but still not the greatest matchup for the Lawyer here, but we'll see how Xeno plays it out.
Oh, Xeno super jumping early, and we've seen that Wedge has been very willing to just back himself into the corner. And lost half of Dante, but got the hit on Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright is a little bit beefier than Magneto. We saw Wedge able to get the just straight up kill the other time, but ends up going for immediate snap on Phoenix Wright, putting him in the back. Even though I think that in general this is a good decision, put the Lawyer in the back, he's the least threatening of these characters. Xeno makes a lot of comebacks with that character arbitrarily, so we'll see if he gets the opportunity for that this time, or if it is just going to be Wedge doing the steamroller that he started.
All right, Xeno trying to pop some fireworks here. Definitely, but the durability and just the number of projectiles that Wedge can throw out compared to Dante right now is gonna make it kind of hard for Xeno to play this projectile game.
And we've seen just like so much comfortability from Wedge, whether they're cornered, whether regardless what the screen spacing is. Oh, but this is potentially Xeno's opportunity. Has the hit? Is he going to X Factor? Is he going to try and get all the resources for Phoenix Wright? Oh no, he missed his evidence pickup and got the sneeze instead. Poor Xeno, everything is not working out in his favor there. Adjustment, if something's not working out in your favor, make the best decision you can in the moment. It's because you made a bad decision before is no reason to get locked into more bad decisions and being like, okay, I can make this safe, go into Devil Trigger, we're getting back to play some neutral. Another happy birthday, and Wedge has X Factor in 4 meters. This is going to be the end of Xeno's winner's side run. That doesn't mean he is out of the tournament. Loser's bracket is still available, and Xeno can make a tear through there. But very nice work to Wedge. Had solid situations in zoning, was able to do a great job of making sure that even when he was backed into a corner that he wasn't threatened. A good balance of summoning Dante and backing up, and then summoning Dante and going for the cross-up. Very solid performance here by Wedge. And then a kid needs something, it's just how life works. So we're going to have the Chris point, even though Living Legend has the opportunity of doing either Chris or Wesker, and is getting back to full screen. Remy Martin happy to use disruptors against this man with a gun. The Master Magnetism, hypothetically very good against firearms, but let's see how this ends up working out. And Remy Martin getting thrown there. It looks like Living Legend is going to be able to kill off this Magneto and probably do it for only 1 or 2 meters based on how that started. Flamethrower to build additional meter. Ends up using 2, but is still at a point where if he hits the next character, it can be incredibly threatening. And Remy Martin ready, patient with the blocks and ready to press a button when it's the correct time to. Gets the hit with Doom, is going to be able to knock down Chris in the corner, and goes for the snap on Akuma. Does not want to deal with all the situations that Living Legend makes those X Factor comebacks. Trying to get rid of this character before the threat goes on deck. Looks like J-Dog has returned to us. Hey J-Dog.
Yo! Just when I came back just in time to see the snapback on Akuma, was gonna ask what your professional opinion was on snapping such a very versatile character as Akuma, giving them assists. Do you think that's the overall good idea, or is he not so good idea?
I generally feel like Akuma is a character that snapping them can be pretty worth it. Feel that he's substantially better as an anchor than either of Legend's other characters. And on top of that, he's the primary assist, so if the situation ends up where he snaps, then it ends up with Wesker with Chris assist. But if it's a situation where it ends up with Chris with Wesker assist, then there's just like no neutral support on deck at all. It's more challenging.
Okay. I was just always curious about that myself. Like, yeah, you snap in the troublesome anchor, but then if you don't get the mix, you're giving them 2 decent assists there. And for some anchors, it's even more troublesome, like Virgil. But anyways, we have a very wild, random X Factor 3 activation from Remy here. Unfortunate for him, losing all that meter. Virgil's going to be very meter hungry if it gets down to it. But for right now, looks like we are going to have a dead Commander Redfield with the troublesome anchor Akuma coming in. Snipes Virgil out with the beam. Very smart stuff from Legend. Oh, everyone's going in. X Factor's. Oh my god, the trade off of the fireball and the stinger. Plasma beam for Remy there to help him pick up the confirm on Akuma. Remy going up this first game here. Very good stuff. And that could have been a very troublesome birthday if Legend wasn't already chucking a grenade. He does have those full screen Magnum birthday confirms. But now Chris is just trying to find some space to get the fire grenades out there on the field. Do some chip game on Magneto here. Magneto having 850k of health. So these, every bit of chip damage does add up pretty quickly for Magneto. And also Legend finding a lot of pretty good snipes on Doom there. Doom already down to like 70% of his health gone. Oh, what? Oh my god, bro! Wesker bounced him back down into the flame grenade. Very good stuff from Legend, and finds the hit on Virgil. Oh, but misses the S. Was not able to account for the increase in speed that X Factor brings. Sometimes you gotta cut your series a little bit short, depending. Oh, okay. Virgil's still living. And shoutouts to, I actually can't read what that says. Somebody followed. Thanks for the support for the HAVENGERS. Teleport back down. Oh, but misses the OTG gunshot. Legend does. Remy still hanging on here. Doesn't have a lot of meters, so I'm predicting a snap if we find a hit on Chris. Oh, but again, these bullets add up. Oh, but even though Chris got hit and the mine detonated, was able to avoid it since they were pretty far away from it, since Virgil was far away. But Akuma coming in with 3 bars here. Oh, I don't know, man. If Akuma gets to touch the ground, that's a beam into death. Oh, didn't get the punish. That's it. Oh, it might be it if Legend finds room for a beam, and there it is. Very scary stuff. Could have gone either way that game, actually. Now Legend ties it up 1-1 between himself and Remy Martin. Akuma gives a lot of lockdown and pushes the opponent back, which gives Chris enough time to set up, and it looks like we have some beating of the meat going on in stream. Didn't see who it was that was contributed to the HAVENGERS, but thank you very much. Hopefully you have a nice session. But speaking of sessions, this zoning session right now from Legend is paying off quite heavily here. Magneto already down to about 65% health gone. And like I said, this chip really adds up for lower health characters. Finds some mag blast, but just not able to get any kind of solid offense going against his Chris. Legend is just able to really put himself at the right places at the right times. Ooh, but grabs the flame, but the flame grenade's at the bottom. Gonna put a stop to any combo pickups from Remy here. And now we got 2 really bleeding characters from Remy, Doom and Magneto. Snaps in the Wesker. Legend does get another pretty, not as well, another zoner potentially for Legend. Just covers different angles, and I like the hard attack from Remy. Messes up that Phantom Dance super. Just sends Wesker flailing to the top of the screen, leaving him to be punished when he touches the ground. Very gutsy Shoryuken there, was not able to confirm that birthday. So Akuma, barring a drop, is going to go down here. Alright, Commander coming in. Ooh. Gets the tap dance on top of Chris's head here. Remy looking a lot nicer on the offense side of this set. Ooh. Not even needing to pop X Factor. Legend gets the kill on Magneto. What do we got here? Whoa, another unfortunate... Why did that happen? I don't know why Wesker went flailing up to the top of the screen when Doom was right there. Ooh. Well, Legend thought there was a hole there. Maybe there was, I'm not sure. Looks like he still had the swords activated. Very smart fix. Ooh, and gets the combo pickup. Remy going up 2-1 here against Legend. In a more convincing fashion. Well, not really convincing. It was still a lot of back and forth with the zoning. But Chris finds a solid throw on Magneto. Chris does a ton of damage. Probably doesn't even need to spend meter Well, he doesn't need to spend meter, but probably Magneto will definitely die. Well, no, actually, no. Yeah, Wesker DHC isn't as strong, unfortunately. Oh my god. Okay. 3 bars on deck. Is Virgil going down? That's 1 bar. We got some more. Ooh, not able to get all the hits of that flamethrower in there, unfortunately. So this is actually going to be pretty close. Virgil survives. Magneto comes back in. Both Magneto and Chris give each other trouble in different ways. Magneto hangs up in different parts of the screen where Chris can't. Oh god, I'm sorry. I cut my thought short, but that was such a clean pickup from Remy there. Nice throw. Oh, does that work? Wow. That must be a pretty tight link. Legend finding the super OTC off of that back throw with Akuma. Uh-oh. Oh, the flame grenade stopped Virgil in that sword activation. Ooh, very unfortunate. I don't think you can pop Virgil in the knees with that prone shot, unfortunately. Very scary here. Wow, okay, never mind. Can pop Virgil in the kneecap with that prone shot. Oof. Just the sheer presence of Virgil, just striking fear in Living Legend. And now we got the clean hit on Wesker. Should be dead Wesker without having to spend any more meter. And Akuma's coming into a world of trouble here, and that should be game 3. Oh, never mind. You better be careful, Remy. You know the Legend special with the wake up DP. Oh, that. I wonder what Legend tried to go for there on that activation. Maybe a Raging Demon? That's unfortunate. Then wasn't able to get the Raging Demon out. Remy taking that in a pretty. Let's see. Looks like yeah, looks like I Heart Justice is going to start the lawyer on point. Oh, and did you see that? That was some amazing tech there. Use the attraction to pull the lawyer away from the Maestro. That's so good. Yo, that is some next level Magneto play there. I've never seen that. Definitely, we know Magneto has those moves, but I've never seen the attraction that's used in that way to get them out of their defensive position. Look, is he gonna do it again? Okay. The barrier was already down. Okay. Captain America coming in. I didn't notice if Phoenix got all the evidence that he needed. So the screen I'm looking at is pretty small and pretty low res. So I'm not sure if evidence is on deck. But it should be setting up for an unblockable setup. Actually doesn't have all the evidence yet. Still needs to dump a few bad pieces. Ooh, MODOK able to find the grab before Maya came into play. Very nice reactions from, I'm sorry, B-Ray Billy Ray. Alright, keeping Captain America trapped in this corner here with the slime and the missiles and the bullets and the beams and the everything in MODOK's arsenal. Very hard to really get in a word edgewise here. Ooh. Okay, Magneto gets a chance to play. Or not Magneto. Captain America gets a chance to play. But running pretty low on the tank and the health side of things. We'll see if... Oh wait, how did... I wonder how MODOK recovers off that grab so fast. Looks like we have somebody joining on the mic here. Oh, it's actually Sarah.
I am back after my match this time. Oh, and we have B-Ray Billy Ray versus I Heart Justice. Looking like B-Ray Billy Ray rocking the Quack team. But
Quack
or
team?
actually no, the Priest team. Priest team.
Yeah.
But it looks like it didn't work out that first game against I Heart Justice.
Oof, and B-Ray went to the character select screen, but I don't think... I know you're kind of coming in a little late. But it didn't look like Phoenix was getting a lot of good evidence in that round. So maybe
Oh,
this
so
character select might have changed things in more favor of I Heart Justice. Seeing as how he just got 2 good pieces of evidence there. Might want to consider going back to the character select screen after this next match.
And also, Magneto, pretty guilty dude. We've seen him be a supervillain in many situations. It's amazing that his case even needs to go to court, but as we see the footage of him beating up on Captain America right now, how could this not be admissible in court? But I Heart Justice using that missile assist in order to make B-Ray think twice about just like trying to punish him on those charging stars. Ooh, and the super, it seems like I Heart Justice is very willing to do that, but B-Ray this time is getting the throw. Has plenty of meter on deck. Off of throw scaling, it's kind of hard to do a lot of damage, and Captain America's a bit healthier than most of the characters that you end up seeing in tournament. Let's see how many resources he needs to use in order to actually be able to kill Captain America off here. Oh, he has his bounces, but he dropped it.
I thought that beam caused a hard knockdown. That's interesting.
The beam will generally cause it for the Hyper Psionic Blaster. Regular Psionic Blaster is a soft knockdown.
Oh, is that what it got hit by? Oh.
Oh, and we're seeing that Hypergrav assist come out quite a lot here, and it looks like B-Ray ready to use the Priest Tech even when there's no Disruptor, happy to use that Hypergrav for combo reasons, but looks like I Heart Justice is going to be able to kill off MODOK here, another character that's very obviously guilty. Like, in the lawyer counter pick matchup, it seems like I Heart Justice got just what he needed. Magneto, Doctor Doom, and MODOK, a team of characters that you have a lot of evidence that they've done some bad things.
I mean, it's literally in the name.
Yes, Doom and killing. Magneto's the only one that has a name that's a little bit more family friendly, but not for long, because looks like he's going to show the murder on the Strange. Oh, tried to do a combo that didn't quite work out, but I Heart Justice is running low on life, has no X Factor, and is going to need to take out 2 characters. Strange's damage output is high enough that if he gets the hit, this can work out, but he's going to need to hit Magneto at least one more time, and is not going to get that opportunity. B-Ray tying it up 1-1.
Very good. Oh, okay. Then opt to go to character select.
You were right. Character select, just to manage the evidence, would have been a very reasonable decision for B-Ray to make. But felt like since he won, it is like I would prefer playing against him feeling hot, even if he has good evidence, even in the case that instead of having the chance that he has worse evidence to fight against.
Very true. You want to keep riding that momentum off of that win. And that's exactly what B-Ray is doing right now, finding a very fast clipping of the toes.
Yes, and Priest in chat noticing his spirit carrying on through B-Ray. Good stuff. But, oh, Captain America here is going to not quite kill Magneto. The mix-up is real, but now B-Ray there going for a crouching heavy, not canceling it into anything, left in a situation where he needed to let his Magneto go. Tons of meter is available here for B-Ray, but I Heart Justice just needs one good poke. His characters have the high enough damage output. If he gets a good hit on MODOK, he's going to be able to clear this out, and is instead deciding to try and kill off Doom before there's any of that. Gets Doom down to a pixel, and B-Ray, maybe a little bit of infamiliarity, doesn't believe that he could just kill Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright there hard knockdowns himself, and MODOK is more than able to get that crouching medium for the OTG and confirm off of this character. But again, that was a situation where, like you were saying, J-Dog, where not getting the hard knockdown, I think that he canceled the Hyper Psionic Blaster too early into X Factor, and that causes that.
Oh, okay.
I think the last hit hard knockdowns, but the rest kind of disconnected.
Right now, MODOK with his back against the... Oh, no, gets out of the corner. But Doom's taking a beating.
And Doom is
and
gone.
Get hit somehow. Whoa! Stops the charging star with the satellite.
Opportunities here, wants to make sure that, because any stray hit could kill off either of these characters, but chip is enough there. MODOK cannot survive that long, and with that, it's going to be 2-1 for I Heart Justice. Let's see if Billy Ray continues to try and channel the priest, or if that religion is not working out for him. Either way, going back to character select, as you said before, the evidence setup that Phoenix Wright gets changes and has a random seed. So making sure to go back to character select if he's just like getting all the good stuff is entirely worth it. Oh, and we see the Magneto Dormammu come out.
Yo, Team F champ? Let's go.
Okay. This is
A very
another
strong team. I believe it's the EVO winning team.
It has been involved in winning EVO. Yes, it is a great team. I'm going to have to hop off to play my match off stream against Mothman. I will be back soon.
Good luck, good luck. B-Ray finding the grab on the lawyer here. And you have Maya down below just sobbing at the fact that her lawyer friend is getting beat up on. But Phoenix Wright, being the healthy lawyer that he is, has lots of health and able to revive the Magneto combo. And now we have a Captain America Magneto zoning match. But once the missiles lock you down, like the way that just happened to Cap there, it's just, you just gotta pray that you don't get opened up like a can of Pringles. I believe is the expression when they say you are so Pringles because you got opened up. Lawyer coming back, able to take the grab. That's pretty good off of that push block. Yo, B-Ray is putting that attraction move from Magneto to such great use, getting a lot of mileage out of it. Drops the hyper grab and it's going to get grabbed by Doctor Strange. And that should be a... Ooh. I Heart Justice was trying to end it with that objection. Gets it anyway on Dormammu. Just as guilty as anybody else on B-Ray's team. So not wasted. Doom coming in. Oh, what's this? Oh my god, so much lockdown. Oh, we're flailing. Not able to pick it up. Read the papers. Ooh, and B-Ray has to be mindful of that Maya Super. That last hit of the Maya Super does indeed hit low, and B-Ray's got hit by that twice so far. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, the text is kind of small here on the stream that I'm looking at here. That's going to be 3-1 for I Heart Justice. But hopefully B-Ray has recognized the properties of that Maya Super and is able to. Alright. Milky coming off of a pretty long X-Factory hiatus to come back for this one. So very hyped to see what they bring to the table.
And that's the thing. People... Seeking is based off of what has happened while people played recently, so that's the only reason we're getting to see something like Quack versus Milky this early on, is because Milky hasn't been playing here. We haven't gotten the opportunity to see him in the rankings, but he is such a threatening player and already has this hit on MODOK, has plenty of meter available, hyper grabs, and is probably only going to need 1 meter to DHC here. Has over 1 left, so if he gets the hit, we'll be able to easily kill Sentinel. Ooh, and Dante ended up getting clipped by that. Looked like Milky was going for maybe a hyper grab punish or something. Ended up getting Scream Force Field, and that did not end up working out, but Quack, another person who has Sentinel with an actual assist, and this time that actual assist is missiles, trying to make sure that he protects the ground when Doom comes out, using the spits, using drones, make it so Magneto doesn't get to just snipe out the Doom for free. Milky, whenever the opportunity presents itself, getting that plasma beam on deck, and missiles saving Quack again. This is going to be the end of both of them? No, it's just the end of Sentinel.
Which way? I didn't even know which way Quack was going to come out. You saw Milky kind of use that attraction, repulsion stuff at the bottom. I was confused which way they're going to come.
It can be very hard to tell what the mix is going to be there, and nice job for Milky keeping it as ambiguous as possible and making it a challenge for Quack. But it looks like this time Quack's getting to set up a little more, has access to the Dorito shield, but doesn't have it when the time is right because Jam Session will destroy this man in a chair. And I did not realize Modoc's box was weird in a way that makes it so you need to adjust on that. It looks like Milky went for the dry tag combo that works pretty consistently on bodies like Magneto, but I guess the giant head, you gotta do something slightly different to make that work.
Right, definitely Milky will see just that, and you know they're gonna take that back to the lab with them for some homework.
He's definitely a good player at labbing things. Always see type stuff coming through. And the triple hyper here is going to take so much of Dr. Doom, but not enough to kill Magneto and not enough to kill Doom. Missing the X Factor out of Milky. I wonder if Milky thought that there was another meter available for Doom. Ooh, nice mix. This is going to definitely be the end of Sentinel. Do you think that a solo Doom problem is going to occur here?
I don't want to curse anything, but I'm gonna say no.
Oh, not if he tries to dash out there.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe so? Is Quack proficient with the solo Doom? It looks like it. He just hit the other Doom. This is now all down to Milky's Dante against X Factor 3 Doom with 4 meters. It had looked so good for so long, and then within a few seconds, Quack was able to change everything. And
I'm Milky, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
oh, and solo Doom proficiency brought out by Quack. Doesn't need the rest of his. Just needs Doom.
Oh man.
Quack's like, is this what it's like to play on a controller that has a backplate to it, where I don't get cut by the by the pad? He's on a new controller this evening. If y'all have seen the Abomination he used to play on, it looked pretty rough. I play Hitbox myself, but it looks super scary how his pad just like didn't have a back on it or anything. But now we saw his Doom make a comeback. Do you think Sentinel can do the same thing?
Why are you setting me up? Okay. Stuff is happening and I didn't say anything. Okay.
I'm just trying to transition properly to y'all because I appreciate your wisdom in this game, especially being able to see aspects that a lot of people are not aware of and wanting to make sure that people are able to hear your wisdom. Because I know I'm a lot of a chatterbox, so I try to make sure to do at least a little transferring. And oh my gosh, that double jump was so well done by Quack. Is this going to kill with just a microwave?
We're seeing some very fine Sentinel pilots on stream tonight. It's such a treat.
Oh, with the command throw! Gonna be it. As long as Quack doesn't drop the combo, he has plenty of meter. And with the Tiger Knee, we all know that hard drive is finicky. Sometimes it can be profoundly sad. Is able to get the 2. This should allow him to do the easy version with the microwave and finishes it off, going up 2-1 over Milky Nurko.
We had an SDP and now an SSP.
The solo Sentinel. So is the secret for Quack that he just needs to like let 2 of his characters die because he's so strong when he's down to that last being?
You know, there is a fight or flight instinct that activates on us when our backs are against the wall, so maybe that is Quack's secret sauce.
And it looks like trying to show that he has multiple secret sauces is trying to... Oh, not taking full advantage of that jamming bomb timing, but ends up right afterwards going straight in a little harder, getting rid of Magneto. Modok, the only character that we hadn't gotten to see Quack win a game with, is now getting to do his work, make sure to kill off Magneto, and now has the mix on Doom. Has it, but doesn't kill off of it. This is going to be an opportunity for Milky to try and get back in this. And Milky is at that threshold where now he has 2 meters and the THC becomes available. If Quack is at all reckless with his assist summons, and it looks like Dr. Doom ended up taking a huge amount of damage, but Quack is ready with the throw, ready with his own X Factor. This is going to be the end of Dr. Doom without requiring any meter. And managed to get multiple cubes after it. Nice job with Quack adjusting, because in X your damage is higher, so you're able to collect more resources for having cubes available. Very nice work in being able to optimize at the level he had in reacting to the situation. And Milky, amazing at blocking, but it's hard to block when you're jammed, especially against Quackbot. And with that, it is going to be Quack taking it over Milky 3-1 in tonight's bracket.
Quack had so many things go very well for them. I know the first 2 games were a little bit rough. Still able to clinch it out though, but this one went. Everything that could go right went right for Quack. They were able to get some jamming in there, get some lockdown in there.
Instead of the Doom and Virgil, this is a pretty fascinating choice. How do you feel about this, J-Dog?
Well, I'm not seeing any obvious bird tech on deck on the side of Mario's team. So hopefully Mario can...
We have Spider-Man!
Oh, Spider-Man! I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't tell who that was. It was very small, so never mind. Okay, Cosmos is about to get bodied because there's plenty of... We'll see if Mario has been labbing the bird tech, or if they'll even let it get that far. And it looks like it might get that far because Cosmos is already up to 4.8 bars of meter. 5, excuse me.
Ooh, he's already there, so Mario either needs the tech or is going to fight Dark Phoenix. Let's see what can come out of getting this knockdown on Magneto. Unfortunately, did not get more out of it. Ends up using Shockwave into Astral here. Cosmos seeing that he's doing well enough in neutral consistency that it feels likely he'll be able to get back up to 5 meters again just by doing what he's up to. And also in the process is going to be able to confirm that Astral into not only hitting Spider-Man but taking a meter. Killing Spider-Man should be a pretty high priority here because he does have that anti-Phoenix tech on deck, while Wolverine and Ryu less inquiry characters in order to get in on things. But it doesn't matter if you're an inquiry character or not. If you get that hit, you get that hit. And no! Mario dropped it. It looks like the Koopas will prevail. How is he going to make it back from this J-Dog?
Well, Cosmos did give them another chance. Oh, and he gets sniped by the Hadouken Super. We haven't seen much from Wolverine. I would like to see a switch into Wolverine if Mario was able to do it safely. Have a full stick of health back there would help a lot with this keeping the Spider-Man dream alive.
Fully agreed on doing what you can to keep Spider-Man alive when... Or that's assuming that the tech is on deck. Just because tech exists does not mean it's practiced and does not mean it's... But let's see. And Cosmos is also not at 5 at the moment. If Mario got like an X Factor 3 hit on Morgan immediately and then got another one on Phoenix, this happened before. Oh,
okay.
This is it. If it's like an immediate X Factor hit on Phoenix, it happens. But if she blocks for even a little while, that Inferno was so good. She didn't need to block for a little while. Oh my god. Phoenix wins this matchup pretty hard, but this could very quickly go badly. Oh, and the bounce is going to have the Inferno, and Cosmos takes it after so many situations where it looked like he could almost die. Managed to close it out with Phoenix. And nice work to Mario, staying in that matchup after so many things went pretty scary, because like, often you see the Phoenix get to 5, and then your heart's just not quite in it as much. Oh no, use the X Factor, it didn't get the confirm!
That's a hard thing. But we're finding the hits early, and Morgan's about to lose half of her life here. So we're not defeated yet.
Actually looking pretty good. Phoenix is very far from 5 bars and has access to like, you have some of those custom colors going on there, and one of the benefits of the HAVENGERS stream, lots of access to different aesthetics for the characters. It looks like she's being able to navigate the Spider-Man pressure for a while, but not long enough. At a TAC, just for good measure, Mario with almost... Is that full life? Almost full life for all 3 characters manages to come back on the power of Cosmos' team.
Right. I am getting called for a match here, so I will be back.
Ooh, good luck in your match, J-Dog. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have Magneto continuing to run away. Just get those harmonizer calls. in some of the previous matchups where we've seen Harmonizer, where Snake Tits was playing, Morgan was getting hit a lot, but Cosmos's Morgan summons have been in situations where Mario doesn't really have solid confirms or punishes available to make her be disincentivized from being called a ton as an assist. And with that, Cosmos is already up to 4 3/4 bars and is going to be able to get Phoenix, and not only get Phoenix, but get the hit on on Spider-Man with Magneto. Will he invest resources? Not just some resources, gravity squeezes the Spider. Does not want to see if Mario knows anti-Phoenix tech or not. Decides that could be learned on a different day, not in tournament, and gets rid of the character. So there's going to be Shinku Hadouken from Ryu. Even though Ryu's not that great of a character, Shinku is a legitimately threatening tool. When he has meter, you need to respect it and be aware that he could have some full screen pokes that are rather threatening. Magneto from Cosmos just opening him up, but going for a TAC because of that is going to rad tag into Morgan, who's like maybe a little in between 1/4 and 1/5 of her health, and is still going to be in an amazingly good situation afterwards, but gets caught even with the hit there. There's another one on the way. Cosmos is about to lose the Morgan, but is in the back with 5 meters, and the fraction of Magneto that's there is still enough that it could win a game. It is no longer enough that the Magneto could win a game, but the Phoenix is still on deck, 5 meters available, and the hits there on Ryu. X-Factor 3 available for both sides, and Wolverine can be a bit of chaos once he's popped. So let's see how they end up both using their resources. It looks like Mario using it first, but then being very willing to back off immediately. Gets the hit and activates Phoenix here. She's going to get the second overhead after the X-Factor. Nice work by Cosmos. Mario confident that after blocking the overhead, wanting to make sure that they could block Mash Crouch Light. That's not what Cosmos did. The X-Factor getting in that extra level of mind game. Nice work to Cosmos. So, looks like instead we're having Captain America, Hulk, and Taskmaster team coming up here. This team, aside from not having that Spider-Man anti-Phoenix tech, seems like it has much better potential neutral tools for interacting with a team like Cosmos's. But we have seen Cosmos time and time again do brilliant work, so easier said than done. Let's see what Mario tries to do in order to interact in neutral, and with the pressure from the arrows and the shield is able to get the snap. This is looking substantially better than the other games where it's going to be able to get the hit on Phoenix and kill her off for a single meter. Now Cosmos left with Morgan, who's really one of his main characters that he has so many brilliant tools with, and Magneto, which it looks like there's less practice than the Morgan, but still plenty threatening. Let's see how he ends up trying to control Captain America's spacing in this situation. It looks like Mario going for just super jump, double jump, using no air actions, and trying to change height spacing or any of that. Being very conservative, willing to just fall and block at times. So Captain America here eating some chip, even though getting rid of Phoenix had gone pretty well. Getting rid of Morgan has gone substantially less well. Cosmos here, did not go for punish, but also did not debate it, and Mario has a hit. This is not to use X-Factor. I would have X-Factored to get rid of Morgan. She's such a terrifying character, and Cosmos is specifically much more practiced with her than he is with Magneto, so killing the character is just worth it. But now Morgan manages to get back to a distance where she could kill Captain America easily, gets to get a bunch of her health back by tagging out, and has that evasive Magneto play available to just like stall out the match. But Cosmos can't stall for too long. There's 40 seconds left on the clock, and his Magneto just got ground bounced into oblivion. So Mario out here going to not DHC to kill Magneto. Interesting decision. This is going to potentially be immediate X-Factor from Cosmos. Mario decided to take the damage from the Shadow Servant. He's taking a lot of chip here, but still has the X-Factor available. Deciding that it's okay for Hulk to just take this damage right now. And without X Factor, this is going to be the end of Hulk, so Taskmaster's going to have to do this. Oh, has plenty of resources on deck for this, and does the chip to Morgan as quickly as possible, but now she's gotten Astro, she's gotten away. X Factor's available for Mario, and gets the hit. This is the end of Cosmos' Morgan. Mario tying it up against Cosmos. This team seeming to fare dramatically better in neutral, but looks like Morgan's a popular girl. She may be friends with Magneto and Phoenix, but she's also friends with Doom and Virgil. Decides to just call up some more of her squads. Feels like they'll be a much better option here with Cosmos' range and proficiency. Oh, and immediate Shadow Blade. For those who don't know, you can OS throw at the beginning and then Shadow Blade on the next frame. It's faster than everyone's normals aside from Amaterasu's light, so it will tech throw and it will beat all of the normals. Morgan's a silly character that people are only a limited amount of people play. Cosmos playing Morgan enough here to manage to get her out of that situation, get to the opposite side of the screen. Dr. Doom is hurting a lot here, but Cosmos seems to be hesitant to press buttons whenever Mario does a big anti-projectile move to try and get through things. And that is going to be end of Captain America, but Dr. Doom is on a pixel. He cannot get summoned without the threat of just like a gamma wave or something making his life go terrible. But there may not even be a need to summon that, because just using the horizontal ground control pattern, Cosmos has been able to take out the vast majority of Hulk's health, and without even needing to summon Doom, letting him get a decent amount of life back, and wants to make sure that his Virgil gets some time to shine after not being in the game the last two. Oh, but it didn't get time to shine, it got time to got hit in the knees. Let's see if he gets the opportunity again. One more opportunity is enough, and with that, Cosmos is going to over Mario 19. 3-2 in a close set. Very nice work to Mario 19 and keeping it competitive. Excellent work to both players, and thank you to everyone who's making this happen tonight. Of course, the HAVENGERS, the hard-working host of this tournament, the team that does all this work behind the scenes. Oh, and every single person who has taken the time to click 3 times. Is this the 2th of the Demaxes? It is, against Remora. Okay. So we have Tudomax and Remora, the Bubblegum Sentinel coming out here, or the Bubblegum Hulk. Gets the immediate Gamma Crush. Does he choose to X? Does not. Just takes the majority of Remora's life and immediately gets hit by the Z-Saber. It's so sad, and even though Zero is a much smaller character than either Sentinel or Hulk, his damage output is just as large. Very nice work to Remora making the adjustments when doing lightning loops when when an assist character dies partway through can be incredibly challenging. Nice work to Remora on being on top of things. Looks like Tudomax running away in flight mode, has X Factor available, just doing some human rocket stuff, is in a situation where he could very easily kill Zero in one hit, but is now going to lose his Nova in one hit most likely as well. Remora being able to bring him to the corner, has 2 meters on deck, has X Factor, goes into the X Factor version of the loop, wants to make sure that there's a little bit more frames to make things work out. And, oh my gosh, Grummies with the Prime subscription, the foot dive baby has occurred, and even though Remora won all of this game with the Zero, you're probably going to see some of those foot dives coming out in the set, because he has a terrifying Dr. Doom as well. Thank you, Grummies. Oh, and it looks like, again, the same characters getting happy birthday. Tudomax is summoning assists in a situation where Remora is well-resourced to take care of both of them. Let's see if Remora gets the adjustment again. Still has the happy birthday timing, but doesn't have the Buster Charge timing as he thought, and because of that, Hulk gets out. Doom is going to get hit. But for those who don't know, that human rocket super, very powerful, goes through projectiles. But once you change its direction, then it could get hit by projectiles again. Looks like Tudomax didn't let it rock long enough, and because of that was hit by a missile. And now Remora, one of the best players at punishing people when they decide that they could get hit by just one missile. Just one missile is still too much, and with that, Remora is going to take game 2 against Tudomax in this X Factory set. And Wombat FGC is correct. The Pink Hulk indeed looks sick. And DXP looks like trying to make sure that fellow SoCal resident does not get Happy Birthday 3 games in a row. But let's see if that ends up happening. Does get Happy Birthday, but this is the first time he didn't lose 2 characters for it. Ended up being a much better outcome for Tudomax, but this is still looking scary. Fighting Remora Zero is a terrifying situation to be in, but manages to get the H, didn't immediately confirm into anything, and because of that, Virgil was able to be a party dampener on things. Let's see, just chooses to get away with Nova, doesn't want to go for some derpy mix-up that may or may not work, chooses to take a safe route, and actually gets the falling dolphin kick. Oh, so many opportunities for Tudomax here, not quite working out, and Remora is doing such a good job of making sure that when he gets an opportunity, he makes it work out. Oh, a little bit of additional sauce there on streaming situation. Remora, incredibly clean, has the kill, goes for the low on Hulk. This is going to be the end of the strongest there is, and now it's all up to Sentinel. Stream, do you think that the Sentinel could do it? He's going to not be able to catch with this hard drive, and Zero has a potential punish into kill against Sentinel in that situation. Like, a lot of characters, the dive does not get caught. It's really hard to X-Factor and block that move at times, so very nice work to Remora, but less nice work to running straight into Sentinel's fist. That was good on Tudomax to put that fist out when he seems that Remora has liked moving forward in so many situations in this match, and manages to catch Dr. Doom. Potentially afraid of the throw, and being afraid of the throw would have been good there. It looks like Tudomax is going to come from the jaws of defeat, being down 0-2 against Remora and get on the board. This is what happens when Sentinel gets to play instead of dying in a Happy Birthday at the beginning of the match. So, very nice work to Tudomax, showing why Remora was doing a good thing by killing off Sentinel without needing to play him, and now with the momentum on his side is going to make sure that he can get more done, but Remora, good at breaking momentum, has the power with Zero, has those missiles assist, and this time we're going to see that Doom come out. Gets the cross-up drones on Doom and is going to go for immediate snap, takes some red light from Virgil and gets a mix on him. Mix is pretty simply blocked by Remora, but unfortunately for Tudomax, he does not block Virgil. Does Remora have something on deck to make sure that this is going to work out? Nope, he's gonna run into that H by pressing a button into it. Now Virgil is dead. Things are looking good for Tudomax. Just needs to get rid of 2 more characters, and this is one. It's all up to Dr. Doom, but we've seen Remora has that solo Doom proficiency. Will he be able to do it against the full team of Tudomax? The command throw was such a potential read, but level 3 from Remora was ready for it, wanted to make sure that he had a chance to see what was going on, and now gets the kill on Hulk, gets the kill on Nova, and it's all up to Sentinel again. Tudomax at least gets to guess with hard drive and see what the situation is. Got the jump medium, but did not confirm it in time, and because of that, it is going to be a scramble of a fight. Sentinel has X Factor, is doing some of these super jump mediums, which have been threatening in the previous game, seeing if it could work out. Managed to get the S, but did not get the follow-up into a combo. And that it looks like Tudomax's Sentinel is what the actual problem is. Getting on the board, another one. That'll be 2-2. And it looks like we're going to the final game after a quick going down 0-2. 2 is showing that Tudomax is the only thing that could be at 2 here. Let's see if he could turn that into a 3 to max this time, because he needs this one final game against Remora to send Remora to the loser's bracket. Both of them taking a moment at the character select screen, just working things out, taking time to be patient. Is that a welcome back to the magnificent... Oh, we have the Wintered Wizard Tim hopping on it. Greetings, Wizard.
Hi, so what's up?
Appreciating we are down to the final game of Tudomax and Remora. It's 2-2. Remora had gone up a quick 2-0, getting happy birthdays in the first games, but Tudomax crawled his way back, doing damage with that anchor Sentinel and getting the work done. And this time is looking scary for Remora, but it happened like it did in the first couple games where he was able to get the happy birthday on these 2 characters. Is this going to be the end of both of them again?
X-Factor? Yeah,
the X-Factor is going to be able to kill off either of them.
Sometimes Sentinel's a very weird shape.
Just because he's enormous doesn't mean he's like everyone else. Oh, and
Ooh, presence
like
of mind,
Tudomax.
beautiful.
That throw, please invest X-Factor and kill this character.
You've got enough rockets, human rockets, that you should probably blow X-Factor here, make sure Virgil's gone, and then just run around the screen as long as you can. Ooh, hard on that one.
And decides to leave Sentinel in. I'm a little worried by that, but manages to get the opportunity to get Nova in. Sentinel back in the back, able to get the opportunity. Thrown out
to
a
the
foot
waiting
dive.
arms of Nova. Beautiful.
How often are thrown out a foot dive?
Just enough damage with microwave. Yes. And
I'm gonna have to hop off for my match, and I'm
good
going
luck.
to leave you in the capable hands of the wizard.
all right, gang. It's so nice to see all these players coming back now that we have this game at Evo. I honestly didn't believe it at the time of the announcement, and
Ball backed up by looks like Iron Man Unibeam. Probably hoping to win out the projectile war. Oh, but off to start in Wesker for Deadpool. Ooh, see, that's the counterplay here. The Hadouken Fireball putting in lots of work already for DXP. That's gonna be a quick KO on Deadpool. Alright, backs off. Didn't see the incoming mix-up. Oh my god. These jump lights from Ryu are pretty on point from Zenpool. Oh, gets an accidental crossover assist there. But able to get DXP able to get their team back in order. So we're doing some good old-fashioned Street Fighter zoning with some fireballs. And DXP finds the low. Ooh! Nice! Very nice extensions from DXP. Oh, I wonder what Zenpool went for there. That's another case. We saw it earlier with Living Legends. Oh, and finishes off with a level 3. Very nice. We saw it earlier with Legends match against Remy Martin, where Akuma tried to X-Factor cancel into something, but just got hit. I wonder what these Akumas are going for tonight in that situation. So very nice. This Wesker Ryu pick from DXP is paying off dividends right now. Ooh, but Iron Man there to save the day. Save the day from Deadpool, picking up that quick work. And I'm loving the mobility. Oh, happy birthday! Oh, and that's actually a pretty tight link. The quick work into the Chimichanga's wall bounce. That's actually a pretty tight link. So good stuff to Zenpool there, showing that they are the Deadpool master. Wow, and this is a pretty convincing game too for Zenpool here. Iron Man going down. Very quick. just came down to a series of unfortunate events when it came to the happy birthday. Hopefully DXP doesn't let that rocket in their head let that ride in their mind for too long and affect how they play in this game 3. Oh, that was so quick. The X Factor command grab. Well, Deadpool is definitely a big problem. So very smart X Factor. And just also to get the momentum rolling on DXP's side. Very nice falling jump heavy. That button is deceptively very good at catching catching people below because it has a pretty active hitbox on it. Ooh, I guess DXP just did not believe that DXP would swing in that situation. Uh-oh. But giving Zenpool's Akuma another chance at life. Oh my bro. DXP is on it. Read Zenpool like a book, was ready with the counter super. And it was just what I was saying before. You know, when you have two players that know each other very well, you get to see such crazy interactions such as that one. DXP taking it up to set point here against Zenpool. Zenpool going back to character select screen, trying to recognize what's going on in these sets or in these games. Trying to see what's happening, what's being done right, what needs to be improved in this potentially final game. Zenpool hoping to keep his winner's side run alive and not be sent to the loser's side of the bracket. But DXP is definitely on another level right now. No doubt about it. Ooh, okay. Very nice start from Zenpool here. Finds the low with the quick work. And I agree. Spent all the doesn't even need to spend all the last bullet killed it. And still has a meter to come into this Ryu matchup. Ooh, nice juggle with the fireballs. Oh, finds the gap with the bullets. Able to find the gap. Camp underneath that arc where there's a blind spot. And now we're going into this. Oh, and finds the TAC. Gets this quarter circle forward S. Hadouken fireballs for the kill. Wow. Okay, finds the jump heavy. Not able to confirm. But still looking very good for DXP right now. Just gonna cash out on damage. Oh, wait, do we spend X Factor? Okay, we do. Ryu is going down. DXP trying to ride the momentum here. Ooh, falls down with the Tatsu. Not able to confirm though from Zenpool. Yo, very nice use of the heavy Tatsu to get out of the corner there. And is doing a great job at running out the assist. Not the assist, the X Factor. Gonna find a very easy punish on Iron Man there, so Iron Man will most likely go down. And only one bar on the side of DXP, so he's probably gonna need 2 hits here. I'm not sure if DXP or if Zenpool is close enough to the corner for this to kill. Gonna be definitely close. Ryu does have 1,000,000 health. We're living on a prayer. That's it. Only thing he could have possibly done there is delay the inevitable with a wake up Tatsu super. But that was checkmate in that situation. Zenpool showing that they're not giving up quite yet, bringing it up to 2-2. Alright, DXP going to the character select screen. Just wants to recompose the mind and just hey, what went right in those games that I won? And let me replicate that for game 5. Definitely not having the X Factor for that Anchor Akuma didn't make that right a little bit easier on that last game, but we're going into this potentially final one. Ooh! We've seen it before where Wesker was able to take out Deadpool was able to, DXP was able to ride that momentum to victory. Wesker staying alive a little bit longer. Very good blocks. Finds the command grab again. Very good stuff from DXP. Knows and gets some extra meter for the rest of the match. Zenpool sleeping at the wheel there and finds the reset with the cross under. Yo, this Ryu pressure is on point right now. Yo! Said put a stop sign, just put up his fist, said stop right there, Zenpool. Nice. Meterless too. 4 meters going in. Oh my god, the happy birthday does not confirm the birthday was too slow. Uh-oh. What? How did that... What? Wow, that was a very interesting interaction. But Wesker still alive on DXP's side. What's happening here? What's happening here? Oh my god, that nullifies. Oh my god, Zenpool's Akuma is on a tear right now. Nothing is able to stop him. Yo! Okay, misses the combo but finds the grab at the bottom. Oh! Okay, actually in Denjin mode actually is DXP. So having a little bit of a speed boost. These fireballs on Akuma are hurting a ton right... Oh no. Oh my god. Yo. And DXP not able to touch the ground. Zenpool, barring any kind of crazy drop here, is going to take this 3-2. Very good adaptation and adjustments from Zenpool there. And a strong showing from DXP. DXP more widely known for their Virgil, Doom.
Nice, nice. And we saw Wedge do some good work earlier. That is a very fascinating team. Zero with Tatsu assist is something that the world hasn't learned to be afraid of, that it very much should be, because Tatsu assist for that character, he gets to do dumb unblockable things, he has scary pokes, everything is unreasonable, but looks like we may not get to see the chance, because Wedge is doing such a good job of just preventing the game from getting into a situation where they even need to fight directly, making sure to put the projectiles on the screen, be safe, put himself in good situations, and manage to take out 4/5 of Zero without really needing to use any resources in the process.
Right. Obviously, change it up a little bit, bring in the Joe. Joe does have some pretty high durability boomerangs to try to fight the bullets, but looks like the boomerangs are not going to help fight that overhead. Joe may be going down here. With only 1 meter to boot, very good stuff from Wedge.
It's just been looking good tonight in the Mad Wheel. Oh my gosh, that move, getting hit by the overhead. You're scared of so many other things. You're blocking jam session, Deadpool's in your face, he may cross you up, he may hit low. Just, the overhead's there.
Looks like I'm getting called for a match, so I will be right back.
Good luck, J-Dog. You've got this. So Wedge, Luigi 19, still with that Anchor Akuma. We have so many powerful Anchor Akumas that we've seen in X Factory brackets, whether that be the amazing Zenpool, who I'm sure that there can be some exclamation Zenpool level things happening. Wait, is Luigi about to channel that Zenpool energy? Oh no, didn't get the OTG! But getting many additional hits, Luigi is, even though there were drops, there were opportunities to play, and Wedge is going to try and make sure there are no more of these opportunities to play for Akuma. X Factors immediately, goes into another beehive, and the $1 million, and it is done. That Wedge going up 1-0 against Luigi 19. Very nice work to Wedge, and let's see what adjustments Luigi 19 makes. Last game, even though Zero, an incredibly strong character, didn't really get to play very much. This time he gets the hit, has access to Tatsu for an extension, going to get the knockdown into lightning loops, and if he hits this, Deadpool is going to be a deader Deadpool, and does it take 1 more meter? Very nice on Luigi, making sure to spend the resources. A lot of people are going to hold on to resources, but getting rid of a character is worth it, especially when you're playing someone like Zero. Looks like Beautiful Joe coming in here to fight the Dante matchup, and Wedge's Dante is getting schmixed by this little man. My gosh, If y'all like some VFX powers, give your energy to Wedge. Oh, Luigi 19 letting Dante live. I love investing the resources to kill that Deadpool, and Wedge, willing to invest X Factor on this Joe, decided enough of this little man. He needs to go away. And Shadows with some expectations. I also may have had expectations, and it is nice to see that Luigi 19 showing that the lightning loops are on deck and consistent. A reminder that people can play a variety of teams and still be willing to take the time to grind things out in training mode and get their stuff together. So good stuff to Luigi 19, making sure that their B&Bs are on deck and are going to kill, which is an essential skill to have. Wedge here, now no X Factor left, but has killed Zero. It is all up to Akuma. Hawkeye Dante is in a situation where they can't really deal with a random beam, but if they get a good hit, Akuma's dead. So this is looking like an opportunity for Luigi to put that pressure on in the corner. And with buttons by everyone, Luigi able to get the confirm, however, doesn't get the rest of it. Decides to just go into the beam, sees if he could chip with the remainder of X Factor. Brilliant stuff. As a reminder to everyone, if you are in a situation you might get chipped out and you don't know, mash advancing guard like your life depends on it. The first couple frames after you advancing guard, you take no chip damage. So for multi-hit things that do chip, you could use it to get out, or if you're in block stun before one-hit things that does chip. Looks like this is going to be a battle of anchors here. Both Dante and Akuma are much more solid at being anchors than a lot of characters are. They have ways to spend meter and neutral. They have... Oh, but this is going to be the end of that Akuma. 19 had looked so good at the start of this match, but it was not enough to seal it out against Wedge. And when it came down to that Dante-Hawkeye combo, was able to just deal with all of Luigi's X Factor and get back into advantage in the game. Oh, and that jam session, such a terrifying assist, has a lot that didn't combo, but it was something. And because of that, Wedge gets the benefit that there's not as much scaling, but Zero gets to live. The stare down is not long enough for either of them to make it, but Zero manages to get out alive, and now it's up for the other little man. Beautiful Joe with the beautiful cross-up, but does not get the confirm afterwards. Managed to time his red hot kick to not get hit by jam session, but still put a little bit of hurt on Dante. Nice stuff with the precision there by Luigi 19. But this is looking rough. Wedge has been very solid in space control, has had great timing with jam session summons, and has generally been placing bullets in places that seem to make it hard for Luigi 19 to interact in a way that he understands how to get around. So let's see, managing to get out some booms. Oh, but no, Akuma was summoned into this, and this is going to be the end of Akuma as long as... Oh, doesn't he use the Devil Trigger follow-up? Just gets rid of the character. That immediately gets opened up by the Luigi 19 overhead. It is going to be enough to kill off Deadpool. Is this decides to just use 6 machine. It's strong enough to get the kill. Beautiful Joe has a lot of red life right now, and did a brilliant job of evading the jumping S from Dante. His helm would not be broken, but is still in a terrifying situation, and even just a little bit of Chip Thunderbolt or something can very quickly get rid of Joe. Oh, and if it's not Chip, it gets rid of him even quicker. Dante's damage is not the best, but he could kill Zero here, and that is going to be Wedge taking 3-0 over Luigi 19. We saw some good stuff happen in Game 2 for Luigi 19, but just didn't quite close it out, and Wedge being consistent with his characters every single game. Great work we've seen from him on stream tonight. Also, if you're enjoying this stream, just so you know...
The one, the only, the innovator of this team. Strong usage of... Right. Quack. Oh, given I think the nameplates are backwards, but like Quack is not willing to obligate themselves to any type of pressure, but it doesn't matter. Shield skills does not care about your projectiles, and Spectre confirms. I see. Oh, I didn't even notice he's playing Virgil. That's a, ooh. I think Virgil's low HP should... Oh, just barely left. Go. Gotta respect trying to face, but Bolts is a tool for Virgil, ensures that he is really good at chasing and covering much of the screen, but slightly ill-adjusted to the latency, but quick adjustment of swords. Oh, no way. I got grabbed. Go, I think Cap's got a higher HP, so he'll stay alive, and Quack is respecting that, but Cap's excellent movement and ability to disregard any type of projectile or field skill is going to make it hard to rely on this keep away strategy once he gets in. Nice confirm and shields. Oh, that match was inefficiently back and forth, but I Heart Justice really, once the Cap got at Ryu, Sentinel knew where he was going, and honestly, Quack might have to adjust beyond using a strictly keep-away playstyle with how efficient Cap is just blowing through it. MODOK. Yeah, there we go. Shield Skills does not really care about your pressure if you're relying that much on beams. Is it gonna make it? Yep. Good time to blow X Factor as MODOK is definitely a character that Quack's efficiency with. And there's Doom, leaving it up to Sentinel for another match. All to themselves, but good start. Kill Virgil. Do not worry about spinning meter. And that character's on screen, and then Captain America you probably want to stay meterless on. So it's Strange is a character who has very little life. And that Quack goes up with an excellent Sentinel comeback. Where MODOK isn't working, Sentinel is putting in excellent work. And here we go. I think this is the game to see if Quack can't adjust a little more to various pressure behind the projectiles and using shield when Cap's efficient ability to get through it, but this time it's working a lot better and we're seeing cubes in relation to just using projectiles or trying to aim for when they're going up or down to ensure they can't shield skills and nice. Raise block, hide, left your head. And yes, spend the meter. Extra follow-up with missiles, and problem is solved for the time being. Oh, no time to swords, but gets out. Good stinger confirm, and you're gonna blow X Factor. Yeah, this is generally a wise decision when playing Quack. There we go. Going in. What's the mix? Great cross. Goes behind and tries to come in front. Oh, that would have killed, considering Sentinel takes more damage. But sword up, and go right back at it. Honestly, so long as I heart his meter, it's completely worth it to just blow through as much X Factor as possible using swords as a safety net. This is an excellent. There we go. And fails to keep the confirmation, but bolts are just such an excellent coverage screen for allowing Virgil's various teleport mix-up options to reliably go. No X Factor. Looks like gonna have 2 bars, so quick sword loop. Not the time to be afraid to spend, but nonetheless, iHeart's willing to reset a few times. Perhaps latency is a tricky thing to adjust to, and I think despite having at least 23 listed, I think it might be fluctuating as most packets do. Go. Respecting the Sentinels, seeing if they're going to go for hard drive. Sword up. And with bolts, there's no point in going too hard in when you can just use them to clear portions of the screen in ways that Sentinel can't avoid. And yeah. Oh! Goes for a little impulsive tech, but When all else fails, air palm, and iHeart goes up for 2 wins. I think, surprisingly, how often Quack is a very efficient and powerful player that usually tends to, control the pace of the matching. I don't really feel in any of these matches that he's been able to slow it down the way they usually prefer to. I heard Justice has such a great team for putting up shields or other defensive options, and with bolts, that kind of coverage. There we go. Then might even X Factor here to ensure that Death now. I'm going to take second mix. Ooh. Ensures that he has enough space to read for that tag. Go. 1. I think the DHE is just enough. Virgil. And with bolts, you've got a lot of ability to read. It turns into a mix-up if you can't kill. Go. Just enough. It's the mix. Is in front, and then there's bolt. So again, just no obligation that you need to go in with this kind of pressure options available to you. Go. Oh! Did that cross? I'm not sure. Looks like he read the teleport and then used the super to sandwich Virgil, but the evil brother continues to live, and yeah, that's... And you have X Factor, twin character bleeding, there's no point in waiting for your meter to come back up. This is the exact moment where... Oh, I think he already used his bounce there, so... Unscaled, that's just enough damage, and I Heart Justice takes the match. I mean, I've not seen Virgil as much as they usually opt for Phoenix Wright, but I think this was probably the right decision considering this team just did such a great job of cutting through the normally efficient defense that
Martin and Tubazo is the 2 matches to get here. Both scary
the insane
opponents.
Firebrand. Go, is this button check or are they going right in?
No, they're going right in. They are on their selected colors, trying to get things going, and oh no, Memes invested the meter, didn't even get into Astral, and now Morgan is going to lose her life and her meter. This is looking pretty scary for Memes, but nothing looks quite as bad when you have Dark Virgilin back. Would you snap here if you got another hit as Tudomax?
Definitely. Virgil's a character that if you get them just where you want them, drones and Hulk, you can actually get some pretty solid pressure and kill. So there's no point in risking having Dark Virgil come back on you when you have so much efficient ability to control them and prevent them from supering or belting up. There, exactly like that.
Really nice continuous pressure string with Tudomax, and nice work on Memes knowing when he can swing and when he can't. Was patient for so long, but then as soon as there was an opportunity available, went for it and got crushed by the Hulk.
That may be the most guilty pleasure like Gamma Crush punish I've ever seen.
Definitely brings a tear to your eye if you have been killed many times by Dark Virgil. Oh, but we see Memes May Cry still has the Doom available and 5 meters, so Doom, a character that... This is hard, but if he gets the first hit, he can snowball the whole team.
With Tudomax, this is probably not the time to go in at all. You can use all of your assists to cover positions where Doom wants to hit, and no
and
X
immediately
Factor
move forward as soon as he said
plenty
that.
of meter.
Another thing, I think it's weird to bring in Hulk here. One of the things that's
Nova
nice
controls
about
so
Nova,
well.
Yeah, and also when you have 1 meter on deck as Nova, Doom can't just throw out that the photons in a safe way. Ooh, the armor was too much for him.
No,
And
mix up.
taking the game.
But I was going to say earlier, normally Hulk doesn't do well against Morgan, but I feel like the presence of having Nova on this team does offer some interesting variation to that philosophy. And unfortunate there.
It'd take half of Doom's life, but Morgan would like to take much more than half of Hulk's life. Decided to take over half of his life and the majority of his meter in the process. Didn't quite get the soul drains there, but this is looking like the end of Hulk. Memes May Cry making a good recovery after losing game 1, making the adjustments, doing what's needed with Morgan, getting to play with her helps. If you don't get to play with the character, it's much harder to see the cool things you could do with them. And looks like getting to just be very patient against Nova here. Gets caught by the overhead.
It's like incredibly slow, but it looks like it never misses, I swear.
Getting hit by the standing overhead can be a lot.
Into the waiting arms of Sentinel. I mean, he looks like he's running some ASPCA, you know, cat food donation with that kind of arms of the angel.
Oh, well, it looks like the opportunity to give Virgil a hug right here was exactly what Tudomax needed. It immediately goes into the X Factor, and this should be the end of him.
And this is sort of what I thought, like, Nova generally isn't seen on Hulk teams, usually favor a lot of big body and alongside Sentinel, so it's interesting because I think, like, this is a really great way to keep Hulk as a viable, like, heavy hitter, but have some options against Morgan, considering biblically that match is terrible.
It is. That match is pretty terrible. But fortunately, Sentinel's body is even more enormous than Hulk and protected him from the projectile. Very fortunate for Tudomax there.
That's the second time we've seen Sentinel's strange body save the point character when Happy Birthday.
One of the nice things about Sentinel has some challenges in this game, but he also has a lot of really useful properties like that, and also the fact that, like, Doom there, out
Sneaking
getting
it
beat
in.
on. Tudomax is very willing to make sure that if Doom comes out, he's going to get punished for it. Especially with Morgan at such low life, but me making sure this combo lasts as long as possible. Doesn't get the full confirm though. Is going to have to eat all of this pressure because the drones were coming
It can't work every time.
Doesn't need to work every time, just enough for you to win the tournament, right?
What assist is Hulk?
I believe he's on anti-air Gamma Crush, but I'm not
What to say?
100%
Because
sure.
yeah, I imagine that assist is famously pretty useful in a lot of situations with Morgan. Covers a lot of space and goes through almost everything.
And Memes May Cry, getting the Virgil onto point, has managed to recover 2/3 of Doom. Very good job in making sure to do health management for his whole team. One of the things that can happen is you think everything's going fine, but then they hit your point character, and then your second character loses 70%. And Memes doing what he can to avoid that, and on top of
What we
that,
refer
getting the
to
kill
as
with
living
Virgil.
legend syndrome.
Oh no, that is quite unfortunate. Oh, but it looks
Soul
like the
Drain?
soul
Yep.
drains are on deck, but not going to get more soul drains. Jason Game Dev is probably thinking in chat about the ways to get 500 more off of that same setup.
There we go.
Because,
I think
forward
this
foot-
is the arrangement of the team I think is best suited to dealing with Morgan.
And it would have been, but then that was blocked. I'm not sure if Tudomax. Oh, just
Nice.
go for it again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm not sure that kills though.
Yeah, I don't know if they couldn't have gotten a teeny bit more damage out of that.
And now Memes wasting the rest of Tudomax's X Factor time. Doom is hurt a decent amount, and Morgan is bleeding pretty hard. But just the solid zoning game, using photons, using the rapid slash, getting into situations where Tudomax is just going to take chip for existing. But looks like Tudomax trying to make that change, using more of the javelins in order to counter zone against Doom's tools. But every time ends up eating one of those plasma beam into rapid slash assists on block, it just ends up being so
It's
threatening.
gonna be into Astral we go. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure I would have unless you were specifically sacrificing Hulk brought them in this situation.
Yeah,
Like, that assist
Tudomax.
is just very useful.
true. And Tudomax, if he hits Morgan and Virgil, ended up just hitting, and I like that X Factor by Memes, but immediately
it's
gets
not
caught
over.
afterwards. This is very much not over. This is looking like it is over for Morgan though, and even though she's a healthy lady, she's going to lose all of it here. Is losing
Makes
Half-Life.
of sense. Oh,
and the overhead afterwards, so it resets instead of having combo scaling. That can be demoralizing. Let's see how Muse May Cry bounces back from it.
Oh.
That was a beautiful mix-up, but didn't quite get to confirm off of it. It looks like Nova is going to die here to swords. Now it's up to Sentinel versus Virgil. We have seen a lot of Sentinel success today, and it looks like we have the opportunity to see one more. And with that, Tudomax just taking it 3-1. I'm going to need to hop off to play my match on stream against
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
The good stuff with Tudomax. Honestly, it's I don't know. I feel like Sentinel's being very huggy tonight.
Matchup experience works though because everyone has the experience against a Zero May Cry. Not a Zero May Cry of Yuli's caliber necessarily, but not everyone has experience in fighting against Phoenix Wright because he's alright there. You need to respect the Maya assist. It is so incredibly dangerous, and looks like I need to play my match off stream actually, so I'm gonna hop off again.
Alright, easy adjustments here. I think he can easily build the bar and kill. Yeah, double shields, and just enough. And the proud defender of the legal system goes up one match. I think they've been an off match for Yuli, but like I expect, this powerful zero play leaves very little room for Phoenix Wright to get their evidence. But yeah, that excellent back and forth crossing. So, Yuli's a fairly. I'm terribly sorry. I think I cursed that. A user of their loops. But, oh, sometimes hard knockdowns come to the moment you're not prepared for. And Alright, Justice is very much respecting Jam Session, but it's hard to follow Sogembu Virgil. Zero moving at that pace. Go. Yes. Go. Is it going to be X Factor, or are they just going to try and chip? Oh, Yuli. Honestly, I think I can agree with that. Like, Zero's excellent pressure here. Maybe living on a small sliver of life, but to hurt Zero, you have to catch Zero. And Yuli's been very effectively utilizing this quick movement. Without any meter, even an X Factor, some confirmation is strange or somewhat awkward. Here we go. Block. Oof. Raw tag to the Helmbreaker really isn't punished for it. And Cap back in. I'm not sure I generally think with the amount of HP in Cap or with its sacrifice that the try to fight Virgil, but go. And then Phoenix Wright's in. Two evidence required to go to Turnabout, but doesn't take much to kill Virgil at this extent. You can get the hit. I guess failure to go into Judge Capital Super. This is very much a back and forth match that I think it's anybody at this point. A lot of the characters have seen a fairly great amount of battle damage. No meter on the board between the two of them, and 9 seconds on the clock. I think Azulus, unless Justice can really chip out two characters right now. Nice mid-screen cross, and seeing as he can't kill, he just lets the clock tick. Okay, match going to Yuli. 1-1 now. And thank you, Fetus, for donating a sub to Tudomax. Like the character select. I Heart Justice is resetting the RNG, as Phoenix Wright uses a seed-based RNG system to pull evidence, which I guess is determined when you select character. So, and you can change it by doing certain things, but generally the seed needs to be refreshed by going back to character select, because if you rematch, it keeps the same seed. Oh, happy birthday! Hard to respect the jam session. Zero is so efficient at going behind and around you. There goes Strange, Phoenix Wright, and it kills the things. What's the mix? No mix, respect. Waits for the tech out. And Yuli can take it easy for a quick and efficient kill here. Bring it up to 1. Go. Unnecessary $1 million, but the disrespect is always worth it. And I Heart Justice is going back for another RNG reset.
Get ready for the fight of your life. Let's see what you can do. Bone Wonderland.
Let's see, first good evidence, but Yuli's really starting to get the number here. Raw tag to snapback and Zero, but when you're playing of Zero, anything is a strategy that keeps you in the pressure seat. So, going to investigation mode and cell phone save. And this is, I think, the first time. Oh, didn't respect Cap. Probably going to see X Factor here, or just I Heart Justice going into Turnabout and killing the X Factor needed. Oh, almost catches Virgil on that excellent hard read, and this is the first time we've seen Turnabout. And this is the moment where I Heart Justice really becomes very scary, as he's become very good at reading the jumping positions, and of course, any touch when you can DHG into Phoenix Wright super involved is a kill. I Heart Justice goes up 2-2, keeping himself in the game for one more match. So, Justice is accepting his current RNG seed, and now we're going to see if he can take this momentum and move forward, but Zero crossing. I Heart Justice is getting better at respecting jam session cross-ups. And between Maya's shield and the Eye of Akuma, he's got the defensive option so long as he's not crossed. Bringing Cap, doesn't have good evidence, almost gets the happy birthday. Go. Looks like he's going for the unblockable setup. Or no, he's just going to collect evidence to get into it. So, this is the second time we've seen fully stocked evidence, and now Zenpool is going to look for an opportunity, or just punish the assist. Go to Cap. Right, depending on what kind of evidence you have here, we can see that he doesn't actually have to commit much. Between the hand and the cell phone, he's got a lot of options to just chip you. And building meters, Phoenix Wright is amazing, considering he has the highest damage super in the game with almost no frame to start up. I think it's technically 1. Go the Eye, X Factor, or gonna use Turnabout, Dante. 1 mix is you'll use Tournament Life. See if this is solo Zero comeback is in the cards. If anyone can do it, cross under. Oh, doesn't kill. But saw Blade cross, stays in front, and this character has to die. Strange is a very good chip-out character now. What's the mix? Phoenix Wright is not the best character in defense, so Turnabout or not. So doesn't necessarily have to aggressively spend meter against this character, but we've come to an even match, no X factor between the two of them. Yuli only got about a bar, but I Heart Justice is sitting on 4. Not that, unfortunately, Captain America is on a character that's great. And they slowly creep in. This is tight. The chip. Good block. Good block. And Yuli clutches it out. Good show to I Heart Justice. Is clearly they were getting the inclinations for where to block those fast-moving cross-ups, but Yuli was able to slow themselves down when they needed to ensure they didn't.
That kind of took a drain on her.
Generally, like, Team Clockwork is a very high aggression team. Meanwhile, Isisara's team, I think, facilitates a lot of, like, more carefully positioned mid-range and, like, pressuring between fireballs and just mag blasts.
Right now, Artis is the one doing a bunch of pressure right now. Gets the hard tag into Doom. Mag already at 50% life. This should be an easy 1-bar kill. Yep.
And basically builds another bar, you know, all things go well. Oh. Jump cancels a little early there.
Right, and now Doom is full screen against Morgan. This is looking pretty rough for Dr. Doom here, but the Vajra does help keep Morgan in check somewhat.
Famously, this matchup, like, I feel like Strider is an impediment, but I've seen a lot of Morgans who efficiently have mapped out punishes, so I'm not sure with the advantage of Jam Session how much trouble Morgan's in this situation.
The lockdown is real.
No meter needed to be spent, and respecting Virgil. And perhaps a little too much respect for letting the sword up there.
Who decided to spend the X Factor. Could have probably spent just the bar, but wanted to keep a strong incoming, which paid off in the end because Dante ate some swords. Good stuff to Artistic taking that first game.
Well, this is... I wonder if we're going to see some adjustment here, and Magneto's got the kill, and of course, this is Virgil, spend any and all meter, or not. Perhaps a boast of confidence on Isisara's part. They may live to regret, but...
Who gets the inputs crossed up there. Gets a double trigger instead of the swords, but works out in the end. Now we have a beefed up Virgil and the assist slot. And I believe double trigger Virgil does have a few more options when it comes to dealing with incomings.
I'm not sure I agree with bringing Doom in against Morgan here.
Probably wanted to build a second bar so that Doom could DC into Virgil with the swords, but yeah, definitely. But it works out. Artistic finding the hit on Isisara. Shoutouts to the Vajra assist.
And I think he's definitely going to burn it here. Or...
Oh! Somebody burned something, not who we expected.
No DHC either, allowing Doom to just eat the invulnerable armor.
Alright, things are looking pretty bleak for our hero Isisara. Oof! That was such a quick crossing, dude.
And yeah, Strider for the consistency. Art's up too.
Definitely Isisara it just, oh my goodness. That was such a good tech into low. You catch the mashing of the grabs attempts if you do that, so Artistic was definitely on it.
Oh, launcher just barely missed there. All at this point on weathering the storm with a Virgil front character team like this.
Chases the tech with the teleport. Gets to open up on Morgan. Maybe might need 3 loops. It looks like, oh, unfortunate drop.
That Strider is just coming at odd angles.
Oh, the Strider again. The Strider, the real MVP.
You know, that's like the third time that the last little bit into Super is somehow, let's say, eluded art.
That was a very interesting DHC series there from Icy Sarah. Didn't quite get the result she was probably hoping for. But we have a X Factor Dante. I think Dante might be able to do this if they don't get clipped by finger lasers, unfortunately.
And I mean, Arth's dropped this before, but I think that this is their match.
Yep. Very unfortunate series of events for Icy Sarah. They're gonna, Artista's gonna take that, a pretty strong 3-0 showing there. Good stuff to Artistic. Showing off that this team is not exclusively to DXP. Also has a very strong team Clockwork themselves.
Protection. Suspect this might be a tougher matchup for Phoenix, right? But unlike against Quack, I Heart Justice is not bringing out the Virgil. See. Ooh. Sig goes to grab. Go. We continue to have this battle of barriers here, and goes it in. Not going to punish Cap. The shields are up. I Heart Justice hasn't gotten 3 pieces of evidence, but Phoenix is almost assured at this point. Ifna, you're just in time.
Yeah. Top 8, loser side. Let's go. We got the boy I Heart Justice versus it. Yuri? Is that not Mothman?
Mothman and I Heart Justice.
Alright, well, there we go. I Heart Justice getting the grab, hitting Morrigan here. Yep, gonna get the objection here. So here's the thing. With evidence here, with full turnabout mode, this matchup becomes a lot more winnable here. So let's see how... Yeah.
The instant super.
Get the instant super. Not sure. Ooh, very nice. Kind of ambiguous. Not side switch there. Gonna have to see if he has any anti-Phoenix tech kind of prepped here. Let's see. Everyone's been posting their clips. What does he got? Okay. Yeah. Gonna go into that.
X-Factor.
Gonna X-Factor. Back away. Tries to set up I. Gets hit. Goes for the finger. So now that's it. Gene gets poked to death. So for those of you who don't know, Phoenix Wright in Turnabout at any level of X Factor gets a 2 times damage buff. So that is higher than any character in the game. For X Factor level 1, I believe very few characters get up to 2 times their damage. So yeah, honestly, fair strategy. Poke them once they die. Move does a billion damage. There we go.
We're moving into this neutral phase. I simply described as the Battle of Barriers.
Battle of Barriers. We got MODOK with the big Dorito versus the Maya shield. Here we go. Javi working his way in here. I Heart Justice picking up some evidence, throwing out eyeballs. Here we go.
I find this reminiscent of that slap game where you move your hands back and forth.
Yes. Yep. Now look at this. So Mothman doing a great job pressuring him with the Analyze cubes here. But I Heart Justice now with 3 pieces of evidence going to tag out to try and get maybe a TAC or a safe DHC in for the objection. But Mothman not letting him get in. Mothman working his way in. I almost feel like he's playing a little bit too aggressive. I get the inclination against this team, but against a character like Cap, you really gotta just stay behind. Tags in Morrigan, saves MODOK's life here. Now we're gonna get some defensive play. No, goes in, gets the shell kick. Here we go. Yeah, double heavy. Very nice combo there.
We're gonna have to spend meter to kill Phoenix.
Not if you get the MODOK TAC. Here you go. Now, Mothman is the kind of Phoenix player who is more than willing to spend meter here. So, yep, spends 1 bar. Gonna get the kill here. I definitely agree with this. Phoenix players, definitely spend your meter if you really need that kill. Gets the air throw. Very nice.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, probably don't want to rush too much into throwing meter against Cap. Yeah, but it is. Probably the biggest threat in this relation is Doctor Strange with X Factor.
No, very, very true, very true. Now, Jamming Bomb An interesting move indeed, because it basically makes Snap doubly as effective as it normally is, because you just get to negate a character on incoming. People don't really practice under jamming bomb. We'll have to see. Gets hit by another bomb. And that's going to be it. Game 2 going to Mothman. Very convincing stuff.
Versus Quack, who was running their signature Modoc team. Justice brought out a Virgil in place of Phoenix, right?
We're going to see if he makes that call.
You're certainly not going to see that this time, though.
Seems not. I wonder why. Maybe he feels the anti-Phoenix tech is a little bit more strong on this team, but definitely Modoc against Phoenix Wright seems like a very one-sided matchup. Mothman doesn't really have to respect Phoenix Wright at all, can just kind of float out, build the bar with...
call on the playstyle is that Quack is a very meter-spendy kind of Modoc with their aggression.
Yeah, very true, very true.
And I think maybe Justice thinks that because there's just very little obligation for Mothman to go forward, you can do this.
Clips the Dark Harmonizer with the objection, but doesn't matter. Gets hit immediately after that. Mothman getting a full extension here. Goes for the TAC. Infinite. Alright, yeah. Gets the first rep. You know what that means.
Means that there's always a chance for Phoenix Wright. They've got quite a lot of HP.
Yep, Phoenix Wright sitting at 1 million, but even if he gets out at this point, like, Turnabout time is basically out. Yep, Morgan's gonna take it, tag back in the mode. No, okay, opting to keep Morgan in here. We'll have to see how Mothman deals with Doctor Strange if he gets past this Captain America right now. Playing a very solid zoning game. Captain America, great character, but does fall a little bit to zoning. Very nice conversion off there, gonna be... Goes for another TAC, gets broken.
I would have spent meter there.
Oh, love getting full combo off of D3, don't you?
She needs it.
Ooh, very nice. Conversion off the 3H there on incoming.
And yeah, you're going to get a hard knockdown here, and Doctor Strange has no life.
Okay. Okay, he fumbled the bag. He could have just done level 1 into Morgan level 3. There's about a million other combos that will work. But Mothman likes going to lose. Tournament nerves kicking in right now. It happens to the best of us. Oh my god, it gets clipped by the Eye of Agamotto, and iHeart Justice dropping the impact pawn. That's vital. Picks it back up again. Spell
one more super, or nope.
Here we go, Phoenix. You're gonna have to deal with level 5 Phoenix here. Or with Dark Phoenix, rather. Okay, gets the extension.
No X Factor, so...
Spending... Okay, he gets double super.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Very nice. I would have been scared, but you know, Mothman's been playing Phoenix for a long time. Knows when the damage, or knows where the damage is. Looks like, okay, resetting the RNG, not going for Virgil. I'm surprised. What do you think about this?
I mean, I think he keeps getting all 3 evidence, and I think there's an assumption with iHeart Justice that if they keep sniping for Turnabout, they'll be able to reliably get it, but it just doesn't matter with this Modoc team. And yeah, there we go. Some excellent RNG on the seat here.
This is looking rough for iHeart Justice. Gets the side TAC this time. Mothman very good at setting up the Morgan TAC. I have no idea how difficult this combo actually is, but just watching Mothman, he makes it look easy peasy. Look at this.
So are we going evens or odds here?
I'm going to say odds.
Evens.
Say odds. Evens? Alright, let's go, chat. Take your bets. Evens or odds? Who's going to get it? Wait a minute. Come on, odds! Fuck.
Yes!
Well done. Well played.
Go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, same thing as goes. Cap's pretty good at getting through Morgan Fireballs if you give them space, but Strange is the character you probably want to, if you're going to spend meter, do so on.
Yes. Oh no. Okay, Ops steal the meter and get Modoc in, and doesn't kill. DHC's out too early. Cap is alive now. iHeart Justice gets a second chance here. Gets clipped by that Modoc jump H, or jump S. Very brutal.
There we go. X Factor. Kill this character.
Okay. Keep it simple, baby.
Just
actually kill the character this
X Factor,
time,
kill.
Okay.
Don't need to just kill.
Okay, he knows the combo. He knows the combo this time. That's fine. Someone like me, I would have just done maybe like down M, Team Super, I don't know, Mothman. Ops for the level 3 though. Perfect! That's going to do it. This is the end of iHeart Justice's run. Very good stuff. Getting another top 8. I believe also got top 8 last week. Very strong player in his own right. But Mothman, a staple of X Factory top 8s, so you're going to take it.
think we're moving into the discussion point of who's.
All right, here we go. Going in, Zenpool versus Tudomax. Both very strong players in their own right, playing rather unconventional teams here. Tudomax rocking a Point Hulk, secondary Nova, and Sentinel Anchor. Zenpool
no way
rocking.
to lose here.
No, absolutely not. Centurion Rush extension. Yep. Gamma Charge. Ooh, but already used his. Why did he tech out there? Doesn't that get a hard knockdown? That was very unusual.
Hulk has weirdly glancing hits. Unfortunately, this has happened a couple of times, this tournament in particular.
That's very strange. Okay, here we go. Gonna reversal super to get out of there. Going in. Okay.
It doesn't respect.
That speed tackle is so nasty. Tudomax using it. Zenpool already spent X Factor here, so if you're Tudomax, you are chilling right now. At this point, X Factor's burnt out. Just kind of look for a way to get in, but Zenpool covering the neutral so well, using those Tatsu assists mixed with the guns to really just stop Nova from going into ground space here. Pops X Factor to try and get the punish on Ryu, but doesn't end up close enough. You get a free punish here. Oh, drops it though. Tudomax. Well, I'm telling you, if you've never experienced tournament nerves, you can see it on these players right now. Right? At least on Tudomax in this one. When it gets to top 8, people get nervous. We're dropping silly stuff.
And this is just the matchup I was talking earlier about archetypes. You have this keep away and this raw aggression, and I think, interestingly enough, these teams are both really decent against each other, but also incredibly bad at avoiding each team's specialty mix-ups.
Yeah, this is rough. Now, here we go. Tudomax eating good here. You get drones on incoming. That is nasty. Doesn't get the combo of Tudomax. Kicking himself for this one. Okay, Tatsu, 50-50. There you go. Hold the overhead. Beams into more beams. Yep. DHC. So if you're Zenpool, you're chilling. You got Hadoken assist. Okay, chip on wake up. I agree. Yep. That's going to do it. Game 1, Zenpool. Zenpool's been putting the grind in, man. I used to beat this guy like months and months and months ago. He is way out of my league now. This guy is insane right now. Getting top 8s.
And like that major turning point.
Major turning
Ryu
point.
Is
the Ryu? He's making me believe in this character. I don't want to believe in this character, but he's forcing me to do so. What do I do? The evidence is right here.
Chief, the aspect of terror is that everyone expects a Ryu player to be incredibly nervous of a lot of higher tier characters, and
yes,
Zenpool's just so serene about looking for any hits with those normals.
Man's is peaceful. Man does not care. He is a warrior, a wandering warrior. Here we go. Let's see if the Ryu can put in work though. Gets cross up. Let me tell you something. As simple as that mix-up is, I think everyone has gotten bodied by it at least once in their lives. There's something about it. Hulk super jumping at you, it's like you don't want to accept it. I hate that. I get hit by that every time. I know what side it hits. I'm so mad.
Zenpool hasn't broken out their signature quick work mix with Akuma yet either.
No, not yet. Not yet. Hasn't had the team format to do that yet. Oh, gets the happy birthday. Oh, but Deadpool gets out. Ryu not even going to die to this. Zenpool jabs out. Very nice OTG getting the bolus loops. Here we go.
Reset here, or
gonna meter dump. Gonna spend X Factor. I mean, fair enough. Tudomax, you know, already spent the X Factor. So, interesting. I've
never seen that before.
I completely disagree. Zenpool taking a risk there for sauce. Maybe you wanted to end up with a little bit of install time on the next character, but that decision is going to cost him. Reads the jump out, Nova throw conversions. Here we go.
Just enough damage.
We have a Hulk super. Oh yeah. Oh my god. What is going on today? DP out, punished a little bit by the drones. No worries, no problem. Okay, no, it's fine.
Despite the life deficit, I think I was going to say this is where Zenpool wants to be of Akuma, but
I am so bad. These people get away with swinging on incoming.
The meter deficit doesn't matter anymore.
No, doesn't matter. There's a significant health deficit. Ooh, the tick throw, very nice. With Zenpool.
If you can get rid of Nova,
Not
there's
giving
a
up.
small chance that Deadpool can reliably just
Throw
keep out
reset.
Sentinel.
You're gonna need like 2 more of these, fella. I don't know. You actually went for it again, you lunatic. Wait a minute.
Quick work.
Oh,
Oh,
Zenpool could have done it. He could have done it. Is the worst part. He could have done it.
inconsistent, but I think you can, when Nova uses rocket tackle, you can just quick work and it won't hit you because you're so low to the ground.
Yeah, that was a rough one to watch. Tudomax up 2-1 right now. But Zenpool looking good, I gotta say, like playing consistently very well.
Yeah, I think like whoever gets the first hit in the Hulk Deadpool matchup really does control pace. Once you get bullets on Hulk, they just cannot move.
No. Super not gonna be enough to kill here.
Mashing,
I don't think,
maybe?
but it's gonna be close.
Pretty strong. Oh,
No, very close. Ops the DHC out, fair enough. You gotta save DHC in. Yeah, very nice, fair enough. Keeping Hulk alive here. Now this is interesting here because like the neutral's tough.
ooh, what a
The neutral is
confirmation!
tough. Very good confirm here, and still have the ground bounce. So Deadpool into wall bounce super. Okay, all right. Ops for a little bit more damage. Drops the super though.
He mashed. I think that would
The
have
chip
killed.
out. Oh, he tried
Tries
some
to
big
read.
brain. DP. Yep. DP. You're not getting away with that for free.
Yep. Hulk is
Mashes though.
bleeding. No need to spend
Tudomax.
any meter.
This is tough here. Now Tudomax has Anchor Sentinel, which Anchor Sentinel guaranteed gets to play because of hard drive and X Factor. But you do not want to fight this full team with X Factor.
And how much does Deadpool care that you run away from them?
Not much, it turns out. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you clip him? Okay,
Yep.
wait a minute. Tudomax
This is-
suddenly giving a chip. Not if you drop the combo.
Why did you need to tag? Once he whips like that, you can just block it and
He was
punish.
scared. He was scared. All right, Zenpool, I'm gonna need you to relax.
Take
You
it
definitely
slow.
got this. Guess the throw. Look at that. Yes. Gonna burn
Matchup
out the
in your
rest of the X
favor.
Factor time. 100% burning out the X Factor time with this combo.
Yeah, this thing takes forever.
OTG into beam.
Same thing.
No. Yeah, another beam for chip. Doesn't go for the chip this time. Maybe was worried about some X Factor. Gets the kill anyway. So Zenpool
Zenpool.
looking scary for a second there, but got there. No worries.
Trying to get their bearings. I do think like we're starting to see the scary wheel-wound machine that their Deadpool Akuma like pressure can be. Though to Tudomax's credit, I really don't think they're that afraid of that Akuma assist.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The world's greatest heroes are all here. Lay claim to your glorious victory.
Well, this is interesting. Is it a dead button?
Not sure what's going on with Zenpool here.
Well, let's check the chat.
Checking the chat here. Let's see if anything
Nothing
is
yet.
going on. Nothing yet. Looks like just taking a second, calming the nerves. Very classic thing to do. Point Ryu. Point Ryu.
No, they always put Ryu first and then they hold to swap. I feel like there was some specific reason I've explained why someone does that.
Is it a mind game? What's the thing?
There's like a specific reason for that.
He's starting Ryu, switches to Deadpool. Okay, fair enough. I don't chat. If anyone knows why someone does that, I would honestly really love it explained. I actually never learned why.
But yeah, like this runaway style of gun is just really effective against Hulk. Just taking a moment to catch your breath is the ideal way to play a keep away character like this. So, and now we're seeing like this element of absolute, until I say that, respect for keeping distance with Hulk.
Yeah, this is a rough one here. Akuma bleeding hard at this point already. Tudomax in pretty good shape right now, but not if you get your Hulk
The
clipped.
Iron Ryu. And yeah, this does more damage. If you mash it, yep, there we go.
Okay, here we go.
And that's the Zenpool that we all fear.
Yeah, actually, crazy stuff here.
Tudomax is like almost perfect on that overhead. Entire tournament. So Wow. What Zenpool blocks, they really make you think Ryu is an absolute monster character. Now this is an interesting direct. Wow. Good work, Tudomax. Pressures, recognizes they can set up off of that. And Ryu's got a lot of HP. Oh, doesn't block.
Ooh, actually gonna kill here. Doesn't opt for X Factor either. Saving it for the robot. Now this is very doable for either player here. Zenpool got the meter advantage. Okay. Opts
Take it
to
slow.
spend X Factor to avoid it. I don't know if I agree with that decision here. And Zenpool gonna get some big meter.
You better be mashing.
He's not gonna be able to kill. Okay, you got a little bit of X Factor. Zenpool runs here until the X Factor runs out, and then he just chips him to death. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, one mix-up to rule them all. Here you go.
Usually throws.
Goes for same side. Goes for same side, stand medium, has a little bit of armor on it. Fair enough. You die here! No, he was on the ground. It doesn't get the jump.
There we go. Yep, he's been pretty hug-tented at the moment.
Oh, gets clipped by the jump S. No, I wonder. He maybe could have rocket punched there. I don't know what happened. Got caught in his plinks.
And
He's clipped by jump S. Zenpool barely clutching it out. But playing so good right now, getting further in the top 8. That is crazy.
Yuli Zero's been cooking. Like, if they can choose to, they're going to go cross up, and you are going to have trouble blocking it.
Brown clothing equals Yuli. Got it. Oh my god, the happy... Alright, game 2, fellas. It's been an amazing first game. So many careful plays here. Kevin, you are on the wrong layout. Alright, artistic. Nope. Look at that. Okay, wait a minute. Zero's still alive. Suddenly this game got extended a little bit. Here we go. Into the Recoha, the Skittles. Doesn't get to land it though. So now we're stuck with Dark Virgil. Yuli doing the DHC, spending meter just to make sure he gets to play Dark Virgil.
There we go.
To get the solo confirmed. Here we go. Happy birthday. You did.
And you're... Oh, no, we wasn't caught in Humbucker.
Okay, wait. You're still getting hit by swords. Teleport to avoid. Very nice. Classic. Here we go. OTG. OTG secret.
He has
no,
the meter.
You get the loot.
Mix, and there's still a smidge of X Factor left. Just enough to kill one character.
Double trigger mix. Oh, okay. Blocks the rapid slash. Very nice. Yeah.
Did you hit something? Oh.
Clipped with stand S. Oh my goodness. Artistic. Strider hearing you with
front.
1.5
Nope,
bar.
crosses up.
What do you do here? What do you do here? Artistic, here's the thing. Strider, amazing solo character. And Virgil doesn't have a lot of meter right now. Automatically spends it on swords to keep himself safe. But now he is at a bar. Artistic looking great right now. We got 2 bars. We got drones, panthers, and
take
birds.
It slow. And there. I think the Legion... There.
Opts for that. Opts for the guarantee. The Legion has a tendency to miss in weird situations. So, you know what? I get that.
So just this absolute firepower still matchup. Either they win or they get so caught in their own sauce that they don't see something coming.
Artistic. Okay, and this time the happy birthday goes the other direction. Doom drops out early though, but Yuli's Zero is gonna get to play. Zero, always a scary character, especially in Yuli's hands. Getting zoop zoops.
We are just sitting
We got busters on busters.
Almost 2 bars, character dead, stays in front.
Very nice. Here we go. TG Zoop. Extensions. Gonna snap and Strider. Definitely agree.
Stays in front.
Very nice. Stays in front on the mix up there. Very nice. We're just gonna Zoop Zoop. What's the plan? Extensions.
I think just add it.
Is he a spend level 3 guy? No, he's going for Zoop Zoops. Okay, here we go. So we got solo Doom. Here's the thing. Doom as an anchor has become less and less scary over this game's lifespan. And you're going to see why, hopefully. As long as he doesn't get clipped by a foot dive, then I look like a liar.
I mean,
Lightning, Buster.
If Yuli stays to their game jam sessions, probably theirs to take. But I think There's become sort of a Justin Wong factor just in regards to you don't want it to be you with Doom comebacks.
You want it to be you, propagated solely by TNS, the SDP. Okay, goes for a mix-up instead of just punishing them. Maybe they knew that they wouldn't have gotten the punish, so they went for a mix. But regardless, Dooley playing a very careful neutral game here. There's really not much Artistic can do. Spending meter to keep himself alive, but doesn't really mean much if you can't get the hit, and he runs away to mid-screen, guys. I think that's about as open and shut as you can get it.
Yuli's decided they wish to be the teacher in this match, and they are keeping it at its optimal to ensure there was never a time that Doom didn't have to spin super to keep those.
Great. Here we go. At the run start, again, a happy birthday to start off the game. Dante taking some big damage here.
I may have suggested that an X Factor for Yuli's 0 would have been a great...
So that would have been fair. At the same time, when Virgil was on this team, I definitely get the hesitance to X Factor. Gets the extension with Strider. Goes for a side TAC there. Okay. You going for infinites?
Don't have to finish this as long as you can get 1 bar of meter.
Goes for the infinite and gets it. Wow. Well done, Optimal. Here we go, here we go. Sending missiles. Going for some cheeky nicks. Artistic.
Dante is looking for the first time they can get out of here. I assume this is probably going to be like a DHC into lightning or anything to get Dante out.
Probably. Oh, drops it though. Already used his ground bounce. Really forced to spend X Factor to not die immediately. Gonna see the finger lasers. Wait a minute. That's it. Artistic, yeah. 0 dead. Dante lives by just getting a weird hard knockdown state. Yep. Strider for the punish. Very nice. Didn't teleport in. Just called Strider. That was it. Swords for some reason. Just
Strider's night so far. I feel like a lot of Dante players are forgetting that charging Reverb Shock with Legion or Vajra is a terrible idea.
Alright, here we go. Alright.
Yeah.
Extensions again. Artistic dropping it though. Okay, wait a minute. Another happy birthday. Are you spending meter? Oh no. Okay. Somehow hits Dante and not 0. Puts the belt on. 0 mix. Artistic looking great right now. Throws Doom. Goes for some cheeky stuff there.
Just out of meter, Virgil isn't going to do much, but...
That is very fair, actually, yeah. Tags into Doom to make sure he can rebuild meter, fair enough. Okay, and Dante looks like going to die here without much of a fight. Ooh, gets clipped by the laser. Oh, feels bad.
Okay. Has X Factor and they've touched the ground.
This can all go so wrong. It gets clipped by missiles. Trade into missiles, and Artistic gets a full confirm. That's gonna be it. 3-1. Okay. And the BM level 3. Love
good
to
show
see
to
it. Character. Morrigan, that's a Rainbow Edition character. Phoenix, come on. Let's see what the cheap stuff can do here. Remora, Mothman. Is it kind of a local if you're not technically local? Yes.
Yes.
MODOK. Here's the thing about MODOK. MODOK is, and by Mothman's own admission, a character that's top 10, but you never see anywhere. This is probably one of the best MODOKs we got. Probably the best MODOK we got, honestly. Just the consistent performance, playing Morigine. Look at this.
It's a technical character that I think really does well at punishing specific habits. So I've seen a lot of players too used to sort of spacing out their gameplay and fighting projectiles or mag blasts or something.
Yes, no.
And they just feel comfortable doing so, and then you
know. I'm gonna have to hop out of comms. Isisera, wonderful
Okay.
Isisera is gonna come back. I will see y'all later. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
Oh, Heathnoff, thanks for filling in while I needed to do things like go to the bathroom and eat dinner, but oh my gosh, so many Helm Breakers. In the time that it took for me to start talking, there were already 7 Helm Breakers before I could even begin commentating. Remora very willing to break Mothman's helm, but it looks like Mothman has the 5 meters, has Morgan Phoenix, is in a position where they are
And
ready
oh yeah,
to
Doom,
win
as
the
you can
win.
see, is jammed.
Oh no. Remora, terrifying player, is going to be able to set up the round trip. But very nice work to Mothman there. Know when you don't need to respect things. Like, Ground Trip only has a hitbox if you don't make Virgil block. Never be afraid of it if the reason is it's coming back, if you have the ability to stop him.
Here comes Gene, 5 bars on the dock. Geez, it's gonna be tough, as I feel like maybe there would have been an opportune moment to try and unjam Doom before this happened. Because now you're running with one character versus Dark Phoenix, and admittedly this character is Virgil, so... Remora isn't out of it, but...
he blocked.
Did they just block jammed?
He was holding up back. Remora held up back, and unfortunately, when you don't have X Factor, Dark Phoenix is also a very high chip character. Even if she's not going to just like mix you into oblivion with traps into teleports, she also can just evaporate your health as you choose to block TK shots forever.
I mean, Remora is an old pro at this match by this point, but is yeah.
Ooh,
this is the kind of thing
mess.
that gives Remora so much of an edge. They have some of the best snap meta, like.
Yes, very much so. Ready to make sure that Morgan MODOK will have a hard time, but we have seen time and time again from Mothman, just because his Phoenix dies does not mean he's out of things. Oh, he missed the TAC on Zero's tiny body. That is so unfortunate for the Mothman, but he has the opportunity to play. Doesn't end up getting
This
above
is
the
robot
rapid
on
slash.
robot violence.
Oh, and there's going to be the end of MODOK. Can't handle this anymore, is going to be scooped into oblivion. And with that, it is all up to Morgan. Anchor Morgan is a character that Mothman is
Except
very
when they can't
good
block
with.
cross up.
But it doesn't matter how good you are with your character when you get hit with the incoming mix-up. It is too hard to block Remora at times.
There we go, yeah. It keeps it simple. But yeah, like, I think Remora is not a person who's going to rely heavily on some specialty anti-Phoenix tech. They're just going to snap early and rely on the fact that Zero can mix you from every angle.
And even if you have anti-Phoenix tech, it is worth snapping still, because sometimes you don't snap, but then their second character hits you and kills the character that you have anti-Phoenix tech with, so you still need to fight her. Like, it is still worth snapping, even if you have the cool setup available. Oh, and Zero has all this pressure in the corner. Advancing, guarding off the ground is leaving Mothman in a place where he didn't need to deal with high lows, but wasn't able to get away from things. And now this really good pressure from Remora in the corner, trying to make sure that he doesn't get it. Did an amazing job of avoiding that analyze.
Go for a snap here, just maybe. No, at this point.
I like that plan.
Built enough meter.
Oh, you're right. Snapping is good. And
One
Remora
touch.
was like,
Nope.
"Hi, Wizard Tim is a good guide. I should listen to this man. Let's snap this character. She is gonna get up to 5.
Oh,
Like,
this is it. Yeah. Remora's done that before. Like, sometimes Mothman just isn't blocking low TACs.
Well, he wants to make sure that he doesn't get side TAC'd and lose the character, so he needs to either be extra cautious on the TAC break. So we will see. But looks like that
MODOK
the
swag.
MODOK's a lot.
And
And
spins the meter without.
worth it, totally worth it, especially when he has. If one of your assists is Harmonizer, you get to be so much greedier with your meter usage because you know that if just neutral lasts for a while, you're going to get into a good situation and everything is favorable. Like Phoenix is guaranteed at this point.
I think,
Unless
yeah,
Mothman
just
ends
wants
up
to
using
burn
his
through Remora's meter. That's really the way that they beat Phoenix, is just filling the screen with classic top tier nonsense.
And you want to make sure there are less Spiral Swords, less Sogenmus, less of all of that when you need to deal with characters as Dark Phoenix, because things that jail her and keep her from getting started are one of the only ways to really interact, because once she gets going, there's so few things that interact favorably with her. And oh my gosh.
Like, I was wondering,
Mothman
maybe Remora
confirmed.
should be slightly more hesitant at using Sugembu on these lower HP characters.
Let's see what he do. Dry Tyson Virgil is going to be able to use that to get into a situation where Zero recovers that red life. There's only 19 seconds left on deck, so PK Overdrive, X Factor.
Like some sort of deathly robot, Mothman identified the problem and now is rectifying any possible health problems.
Oh, and Zero. Zero is
I would
unfortunate
stay back.
because you'll see. Oh, managed to fly to avoid things, and is going to pop.
Why would you? Gene had no HP. I'm not sure it would have been enough, but if there was ever going to be a chance of winning on the butter, I would have not have snapped, or would have popped Dark Phoenix there.
I think that Morgan having more life than Zero meant he just get 2 kills in a short period of time if he wanted to. And that's not easy, but it was his only chance.
When you get exploded by genes, comes the best course of action is to take a breath, hydrate. You can never hydrate enough these days.
People in chat, if you have not drunk water, and I do mean water, I don't mean soda or coffee or whatever it is that is there. If you haven't drank water in the last 3 hours, maybe a good idea to have some.
If you've got enough evidence burning your pocket, you can always annoy Kevin of the same request for 3,000 evidence.
Oh my gosh. And make sure that Kevin also takes care of his health. I'm going to do that right now. That sounds like an excellent hydrate.
So...
Now, Kevin needs to do... Oh, and Morgan getting hit a little bit as an assist, but that floating bomb has such decent tracking. Disorder unit is drinking the water in the format of beer. I believe that this is like cheating on the test.
Sort of an inverse.
your body's not going to
the
cheat this like
nice. That's the first time, Remora always gets the woo presence of mind there.
And drinking beer instead of water is like snapping Phoenix when she has 5 meters. You may be able to get some value out of it, but chances are things are still going to go pretty unfortunate. Looks like there's going to be some Sogenmu to try and lock her down. We've seen Mothman do so much with Morgan and MODOK though. Let's see if he's going to leave her in. Doesn't leave her in a way that she gets to live, so it looks like it will be an opportunity for Remora to pull the Zero train, get rid of this Morgan, make MODOK eat the scariest incoming mix-up, and just destroy this character.
What makes Remora such a scary Zero is the fact that they have perfectly balanced their gameplay. Is that one of the interesting elements of fighting MODOK is that he likes to keep away, so you assume that you'll just surpass him with your greater keep away in Sugembu, but then you build meter for Mothman. So Remora is knowing when they need to go in and when, like this, they can just hang back and absolutely fill the screen.
Now, X Factor's about to be done for Mothman, and Remora has been really good at using Harangeki today. I also got blown up by this a lot, but seeing that using it as a poke in a space where it will anti-air there and was able to get the confirm because of it, brilliant work by Remora.
2-2. It feels like grand finals and we've only ventured into losers top 8.
That is amazing.
Who put Remora in? I remember who put Remora on losers.
It was Tudomax who hit me.
Yeah, I remember that was over that. Who put Mothman in losers? I've already forgotten.
It was off stream, I did it.
Oh, right.
I mean, you can't see what's off stream, right?
You've been smugly rubbing your hands that level of
I appreciate every time I get to play Mothman. He's a very brilliant player, and it looks like the brilliance is coming out right now. Oh, but he drops the kill on Zero. Managed to get so many resources on deck, though.
Blockable, but then leave space.
And fortunately for Mothman, even though he got caught by those missiles, both of those missiles hits happened in ways that couldn't easily be confirmed on.
Or he got one, exactly one. Oh. I think now, unless you really do high damage, it's gonna... never mind.
And set back into a situation where Zero is dead, Phoenix is not... Like, if Remora got a snap immediately, he could potentially fight no Dark Phoenix, but it's looking like Dark Phoenix is pretty guaranteed right about now. And this is going to be not enough to prevent Dark Phoenix, but it does...
Oh, that's not good.
Great throw by Mothman, making sure that while defensive, see if someone comes in at an angle where there's a one-frame thing that could punish them. No.
Where it stops, nobody knows. You got evens or odds.
Since I see a bunch of even numbers on the Matcherino, I'm gonna go with even. Will you take odds?
I'll take odds.
Okay.
Say,
And
but I'm no
speaking of the
Mothman.
Matcherino, if you want to see players rewarded for trying to deal with things like Dark Phoenix, Dark Virgil, and Morgan Infinite loops, you could contribute to the Matcherino, and it will make some of these players who are going through this fight have a much better time this
Oh,
evening.
you win this one. That's the second even. Oh,
But it only takes 5 hits for Virgil
An
to
opportunity.
469k. Oh, there's mix-ups here that are scary. The blistering got the cross up, but then he didn't get the confirm off of it. Remora did the huge brain part of the mix-up, and then the easiest part of Dark Virgil flailing did not come out as well. Sometimes that's how it goes, even for brilliant players. Oh, and the level 3 to finish it off. Mothman taking it 2 over Remora, taking the Evo champion out of the bracket.
say good part on Mothman in that last game is I think they were trying to modulate their own aggression. You know, just as much of Modek to fall into that wonderful fireball protection and barrier plan, but like he was trying to really go in and throwing out reality cubes whenever your character is a stressful.
It's a stressful life. And being Magneto, it's a little bit easier to get around that bullet hell. You have good movement. Your hurt box, even though it's
Oh,
moderately
it's
large.
MVC2 Mag's Doom.
Is getting the rocks out there, and it wasn't enough for Disruptor to get through all of those soul fists, and now Memes May Cry out here with the Astral going, tries to catch with the Hypergrav. Hypergrav is very strong for poking at angles that normally you don't have access to. It's also super risky against a character like Morgan, who could just evaporate your entire set of meter if you make one wrong response.
And,
Shoutouts to Jason Game Dev in the chat, is one of the people who continuously pushes one of the most obnoxious facets of this character, which is that she could steal meter. And if she hits you, sometimes that means you're just not going to get to have meter to play your neutral with.
Right, I was going to say that one of the things we're going to see here is how well Memes May Cry has become familiarized with using patterns that feature soul drains. Is like the Morgan player I think I see it most often with is Cosmos, who honestly sometimes is absolutely shredded Morgan players as they just manage to fit enough soul drains in their pressure that they get a hit or two.
Having just like additional soul drains on screen for if your zoning happens to work out and catches movement is an incredibly powerful tool, and there was almost a very good confirm there by Memes. This is looking like an opportunity. Quack is at 4.25 meters. One more good hit is going
Oh, there we go. He just took a hit from his soul drain there.
Oh, immediately X Factors,
Yep.
and even
That
with that
was the difference. That last soul drain was just enough to prevent Phoenix from popping there.
Soul Drain, the most basic of anti-Phoenix tech. Be a character that's top tier, that makes it so at some point in time, there's a chance you will just lose all your meter. There's an opportunity, and we saw trying to pull Morgan into the rocks, because rocks has a lot of durability. It'll be able to protect from Soul Fist pretty decent, and if she gets yanked out of her position, it's possible to catch her. But Magneto has eaten so much damage from those Soul Fists. Memes did
I believe it only
excellent
gains
work.
projectile durability after the animation around Doom finishes, so any soul fist it gets during that animation, it just gets rid of for free.
I believe that is accurate. Or it's just like, it's a second projectile spawn afterwards. Ooh, that had been the air dash down into heavy. It could have potentially led into a dead Doom. Memes May Cry tried to go for a soul drain, but did not end up managing to confirm, and because of that, Morgan goes down.
This is the first time we're going to see, without the presence of Morgan, how Quack does as a Phoenix player. It's been a little since I've seen this team. Oh.
And the photons are just there to control some space. Plasma Beam catching Magneto, he's a bit too hurt to take too many of those right now. And Memes May Cry is going
There's
to...
no need to call him.
True. Oh,
Memes is
actually
giving
dry
you a
tagged
lot of
into him.
space.
Quack just wants to get up to that 5 meters, feels he's so close, and now that Doom is going to be able to recover, so he's not quite on a pixel, is not going to recover, is going to die instantaneously.
Maybe one mix-up before he has to worry about Phoenix.
I think.
Or sometimes Phoenix just comes to you.
Oh, but it doesn't kill you, and when Phoenix doesn't kill you, that is the real thing. Oh, will Memes block the first part of the mix-up, but the second part was too strong. And with that, Quack is going to tie it up 1-1 against Cry.
Before we were being blessed with this immaculate gameplay.
Ooh, can you get in punish in time? So one of the things when you are playing as Magneto, or any character really, but if you see Sogenmu, it's impossible to punish. It is 1 frame afterwards. You have to have already had your punish out before it was happening, or be at point blank range to throw. Morgan's is not like that. Morgan actually has recovery when she enters Astral, and you have the opportunity to blink dash and press light or something like that if she gives you the opportunity, so make sure that she doesn't just activate for free because you're treating it like Sogenmu.
Probably just spend meter here.
The TK shot assist.
I mean, that thing auto tracks, so it's even for Morgan, it can be hard to avoid it. A lot of like 3 assists that characters who, for some reason, their assists perfectly autocorrect.
Isn't it like Captain America that? And who's the third one?
I never remember.
People in the chat, do you know if there's another, what the other assist is that autocorrects when you call it? You're not going to get any points, but the people in chat will think you're smart, so give us the data. Nito trying to get in. He's bleeding a lot, but Dr. Doom be healthy in the back there, but with Astral activated, let's see what he's able to get out of this.
Maybe let Morgan take a rest here.
Good tag and Virgil. Yeah,
there we
like
go.
that.
I'm about to say, Morgan's the best character against Phoenix, and you've got a fully healthy Virgil who can take advantage of the meter assist. There we go.
And having Virgil with Harmonizer, like Spiral Swords is the main thing that lets you interact with Phoenix somewhat favorably. So
I'm not sure I agree with the snap at this point.
Oh, that was not the right way to pop her, but it ended up okay if he X's dash. Oh, I think it would have been possible to X dash and kill her, but looks like that was not needed. Memes intelligently maintaining X factor, doing something that could have gotten him blown up.
To be a big enough threat. They snapped earlier, and it's now up to Quack to prove that they made a mistake.
Oh, Quack does have a very good Doom, but it doesn't work out in this situation. Memes May Cry getting the hit, and this is going to go up 2-1 for Memes May Cry. Very nice one.
Yeah, I mean, geez, it's once again the situation where I don't think Quack made any major mistakes. Memes was just very frosty throughout that entire pressure string.
And Memes in this set has been very good about saving characters to so many situations where they're down to a pretty low amount of life and just the red life is becoming a problem. But let's see, does Quack do a TAC?
Kill this character, yeah.
Kill.
You know, normally you don't want to spend meter as Phoenix, but Morgan has got to go.
And that was some scary pressure for a moment. Doom getting hit as an assist pretty hard here. Spiral Swords is going to let him hit both characters, but does not confirm properly. The heavy after the S didn't get the ground bounce, and fortunately for Virgil, that means that Magneto gets out, Dr. Doom is recovering this red life, and now needs to deal with a pretty scary situation. Immediate X. I like that from Quack.
One thing I can say is that your team is more than equipped to deal with Doom.
Yes.
And Dr. Doom is not very good at preventing opponents from getting meter even as he hits them.
In this case though, like, if Quack doesn't have like a meter build assist or anything, in order to build enough, he just needs like hit Doom. And if he hits Doom, he's already
Or get hit by Doom.
If he just gets hit by Doom, but the snap is available there for Memes at this point. If he gets in there and gets hit very soon, those rocks, and this is really nice just defensive play by Quack, going for Magnetic Blast. Ray Plasma Beam pretty solid.
I mean, you can just take as many photon shots as you want, and in some cases it's worth taking a photon shot to stay airborne longer.
Can be quite valuable.
Thank you for your Zoroid for rating us with 64, just like brother's Nintendo console
sword.
2000.
Shoutouts to one of the other tag games in the environment, Battle for the Grid, a game with some Zords in it,
I used to play a lot of that. But anyway. Oh, nice
like-
crossover. And
he has X
Quack's
Factor.
still on the edge of not having enough meter to feel safe as a Phoenix player, but again, it's just Doom. It's going to be hard not to build meter.
This is
Yep.
gonna be 5, but
Oh.
this is
It's,
also
it's an
5
American reset.
into
Patriotism is always appreciated.
Cry has over 4 meters, so if he gets the kill on Phoenix, the amount that you could with X Factor is very high. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know you feel obligated to be high pressure in the situation, but Quack, I think, just a deep breath, and there you go.
Didn't confirm off of the throw, though. Needed to channel his inner Mothman in order to get through there. Memes is trying not to hit this bird. He's trying to just run away. Make sure that those 2 seconds, that 1 second, the photon!
Photon!
Dang, I know that the homie missile is Tyrone. Is there a name for the homie photon? That the one that's out there? I have not seen it be such a friend before, but that was
Winner by
amazing.
a single fingerful.
Dang, very nice. Oh my. And it looks like we have some people betting their channel points, and they are investing in the Mothman at the moment. Some folks have their hearts on the Tudomax. They're gonna see what happens. Oh, and Mothman getting that initial hit on Nova. This is a much easier character to kill than Hulk. Doesn't kill, instead goes and gets that snap, has the jamming bomb on deck for it. So now if Nova comes in, he's gonna have a hard time playing. Sentinel maneuvering around MODOK is very hard in general. Hyper Sentinel Force will work in that situation though, and he almost got the confirm with the jumping back heavy. Despite that, the fact that he did not confirm means that Mothman is going to get this combo. Mothman is one of the players who, I was going to say is pretty willing to spend meter, but in this case spending a TAC instead. I'm going to go with odds this time. I know I won my last one with evens, but
It's been evens a lot. We'll see.
And the hits are coming in, but fortunately for Tudomax, this means that he gets to guess.
Almost
The
trolled
evens
me.
one, I failed on my estimation this time. This is just too even of a night apparently. But the other thing that's 2 is the number of Doom's boots as he falls on your head.
A little too much sauce. What? I don't even know how that throw works.
That's one of those things where you're expecting sauce, but then it's in like one of those clamshell containers and everything's just dripping off of it. It's not working out. Too much sauce. And MODOK, on the other hand, has the perfect amount of sauce for killing this lot variant. Oh, not the perfect amount of sauce. He needed one more drift. There needed to be a little bit of extra paprika in
might
there.
live to regret just throwing that much meter at the wall.
And it's so hard to get out when you're jammed like that. Mothman knows that when he has the hit, it's pretty much a 1 game, and uses that to on and take the first game against Tudomax.
And Tudomax's Sentinel earlier this fair night really was showing the absolute power of their command throw. And generally, we're going to see if it lives to the legacy of the fact that almost no one has blocked standing overhead this entire night.
This is true. We're going to see if Mothman falls to the ranks of people who
Or
get
are they
hit by
built
Nova's
different?
6H. But fortunately for Mothman, everyone else is scared there. It doesn't matter what character you are. There is some level of fear you should have when you start the round against Hulk. But
Yeah, Phoenix is slightly less of a terrifying thing when anything you do does really her entire life bar meterless.
I think it's very possible for Mothman to get just enough here to make it so Dark Phoenix is active, and then this entire thing goes in his favor. Or just get the hit, because Tubazo was not respecting
Those
when
are the
there's the
lane
giant burrito. You just need to appreciate that it's there and not throw out buttons in that way.
Ooh,
With the
look at that,
unblockable
reads the
reset,
tech.
For those who don't know, MODOK, a bunch of his overheads, if he does them from the air, including that air M, but that little puddle he drops on the ground, when the puddle's spread out, it's a low, so he got to set up a high and low at the same time off of the tech for the unblockable. Because people forget that MODOK is also very unfair, just like the rest of the top tier characters.
This is Tudomax's like big thing is that he's a very non-traditional Hulk team.
True. But he's not going to need a Hulk, he just needs his Nova. Do you think that Nova's going to be able to take on Phoenix though? She has 5 meters and got the hit with the cross-up drones after the Centurion Rush, but isn't going... Ooh, tries to protect Sentinel and gets the hit on Phoenix. At overhead,
Nope. So if he could build some space, Sentinel drones does give you some padding room, but if is the word.
Sentinel was not padded enough. That metal is raw against the cold, the cold Bond Wonderland air. He cannot handle the fires of the Phoenix. But Morrigan here is getting hurt. Lost half of her life to Hulk charging at her, and
There we go. Say
looks like this is potentially going to be a bad situation for MODOK. But MODOK was just far enough away with his odd body shape for falling that he was able to not get hit by Centurion Rush. That's so unfortunate for Tudomax, but...
here we go. This is anything kills. Yeah.
Oh,
there we
the
go.
command throw!
Yes, it goes straight into no.
He had it. Why are
Could have just
People.
used double super.
anything? He could have used anything. And so people, the amount of
that's-
sauce that is bad for Tudomax has come back multiple times to haunt him this set. Where
Mm.
if he had just been a little less saucy, it would have been fine. But
You've
Mothman,
awakened Mothman sauce.
even though there's plenty of saucy, good vegan foods, Mothman is choosing the driest lentils right here, going for that TAC infinite on its own. And
Door
he's
to
going-
door, though. It's not just a lentil meal, it's a full DoorDash.
Oh, dang, and it was enough, but Hulk swinging immediately kills off MODOK.
Now, I'm not going to say they're in a good position, but that's a big ass Hulk.
That is a big ass Hulk. I don't believe there are any varieties of Hulk that are not at the big ass status. The Hulk always has that cake on deck, but the Gamma Charge wasn't quite enough to kill Morrigan. Oh, a drone did it.
Excellent drone, and now
Think that he could make this. Tudomax has been down 0-2 in multiple sets tonight and managed to make recoveries, so let's see if this is one of those times. Oh,
Wow.
but it's so hard to do against the player
Overdrive
that's
just beat Anti-Air Gamma Crush?
Overdrive has multiple hits in quick succession, and it is fast.
Oh,
I assume
true.
it would. It's
dream
DK
might be
Overdrive
dead.
is just an unreasonable tool in general. It's thrown into the corner.
What does he have any?
She got
That
hit.
works.
I don't understand why she got hit. Maybe Mothman thought there was an X Factor or something. But
Maybe he thought he was gonna cross up. Did it cross up? Was there lag?
Well, we do not know, but we do know that Mothman is back in this
Oh.
in Tudomax.
I think
As stated.
Mothman assumed that the Hulk may have been blown away by the AoE.
Gamma Crush, lots of invulnerability. He will avoid being blown away.
It's not quite a Guilty Gear burst.
Oh no, the
even
DoorDash lentils again. I think evens. The Mothman has been being pretty consistent on getting those evens with the kill, and he probably has a consistent setup into it, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're hitting a lot of evens because it's the same type of thing.
You know, you just gotta round up the tip when you get delivery.
But the one fortunate thing for Tudomax is this does build a lot of meter, so even though he's going to lose his Hulk, instead of losing his Hulk and being at 3 meters, he's losing his Hulk and he's at 5 meters.
That's another even wow.
Yeah. And, oh, got the
Ooh.
cross-up shell kick, but did not confirm, and now Nova's going to need to deal with this, and Morrigan's buttons are very good. People get confused because she doesn't have a sword, but
Then
she
meter.
kills
Oh, but doesn't
people
even need
without
to.
it. I also thought meter was going to be necessary there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was completely worth doing so, because Morgan's matchup against Sentinel is famously pretty good.
Oh, but not if he gets the hit. This is looking possible for Tudomax. It's going to be scary. Going to need to
Will he
deal with
throw?
Dark Fear.
Oh, I thought he was gonna throw.
I also thought so, but looks like Mothman out here, happy to just put some floating bombs out there, get the super jump height, get to a place where it's very hard for Sentinel to interact with him. Now, all that X Factor is gone, but MODOK is hit. 5 meters on deck for both players. Tudomax will be able to kill here for just 2 meters.
Yep. Barely. I mean, that was probably one of the more respectful Sentinel plays. Oh,
Regardless,
that might have
Mothman
been
with the clean play, respectful to everyone, respects them as he is killing them, does not kill Rothman. You choose to let a Sentinel live for a moment. I am not a fan of this, but gets the second hit afterwards, is going to do what he can to make sure that Tudomax does not get another reverse 3-0, and because of that, Mothman moves on, while Tudomax, unfortunate, eliminated from the bracket. As Wolverine staring longingly at a picture of Akuma that's not actually
oh, I
Akuma.
love 90s.
But
Go
it looks like
Yuli into memes make cry. This is
this is tough. I feel like Memes is an immaculate player, but I feel like Yuli has been in top 3 or top 4 very consistently for both here and at TNS for the last couple months. He is just very consistent in those top plays, and Yuli's Dr. Doom is bleeding, but has control of neutral at the moment. Getting those Soul Fists on screen, getting missiles out safely, and now is going to have another Astral available. This is pretty sweet.
I also just think, playstyle-wise, Yuli, it's a lot harder to use missiles to lock down someone who fills the screen so efficiently that even if you can make them stop for 2 seconds, they'll just start again.
And Yuli's good
Like
at
that,
knowing...
exactly.
Also just good at knowing when he doesn't need to respect Soul Fist, because a Buster, if there's one Soul Fist, your Buster will always beat it. It's only when there was more Soul Fists that it won't, and Yuli has been very good at making sure that when there's one Soul Fist, he punishes for not having enough to defend themselves from the Buster. But Morgan's dead. Dante left on point, not great. Do you think a hard tag's coming in the near future? You think Dante's gonna fight? Oh, Dante's gonna get hit in the face.
No, Yuli has been definitely one of the specialists at doing something that a few Zero players, I won't say names, might be a little bit less familiar with, which is playing their team backwards.
Playing the team backwards is definitely something. Yuli is known for the dry tagging into Virgil. This Dante also getting some opportunities to play here, and Memes may cry, shooting this Dante, getting those photons in. Memes' Virgil is bleeding, so he really needs to be cautious about continuing to call that character. But now it's Virgil versus Zero, has the low on the opposite side. Zero is going to die to this, and because of that tag back, Memes make sure there's more time for Virgil to get back red life.
29 on the clock too, so I'm gonna say it might be hard for Yuli to stall, but that's not necessary.
Dark Virgil with Dante assist is definitely a scary thing to try and deal with. Doesn't go for a terribly hard mix-up at first, but when Memes activated X Factor, everything... Oh no, he got the reverse input! Poor Memes, that's a heartbreaker. It managed to connect with the Helmbreaker, but thought because he was facing left when the Helmbreaker came out that he would end up on side right, and that was not the case. Yuli was ready, and Yuli was ready for this happy birthday as well.
You just can't expect missiles to stop Yuli.
Yeah, missiles, Yuli is great at having good movement. Missiles, it follows a predictable pattern. You could see it moves up, and then there's a specific point in its trajectory where it starts tracking your new location, and Yuli gets the cross up with the lightning and jam session. Jam session is just such an unreasonable level of mix-up for characters with any kind of good mobility. It's it has so much hit stun that even afterward, Yuli just mixed up 3 times in a row before deciding to combo off of it. It's didn't want it the first time, didn't want it the second time, and now it's time for the end of Virgil, and it's all up to Memes May Cry's Doom. Think that there will be solo Doom proficiency coming out here?
Memes has got an excellent Doom. Well, what? Why didn't the OTG work?
Okay, well, Memes is out here, has the opportunity to make
Cool
this
and
happen.
collected. Okay, X Factor.
You're getting some scrambles here, all part of the plan. Virgil
Dante's
coming out.
OTG like, setups with X Factor are a little specific. You cannot get those in the minute.
Ooh, and got the throw
Oh.
on Virgil. This is very possible for Memes
Got
to
5 bars. Don't be afraid to spend.
be able to kill with level 3 with the level of optimization he had on this combo. Needs to match pretty hard to make it happen, but we'll be able to get it. And because he's at 2 meters, any hit is going to set up level 3 or build up enough meter that you could level 3 Dante.
So Zero's a low HP, Virgil's a low HP, Dante's not that healthy. Everything's a one-touch, so...
And level 3 goes into the level 3, and Memes may cry with the solo Doom proficiency, was able to come back from the jaws of defeat. Very nice work to cry.
And then there we go, like...
But in the previous set, like, there were some points in time where Doom was bleeding hard. Really had done a great job of using busters and other things to just, like, disincentivize Doom from being called. Then, because it didn't quite kill him off, it left the situation where he was able to make it back with that Doom.
That is exactly what you need to do to take down Yuli, is you gotta read for when they're going to cross you out, because Yuli is... If you let them do it, they will do it not once, twice, they will do it every 3 seconds.
And so much meter was just stolen. Memes out here making out like a bandit. Lucky that there's no laws in Latveria that protect against
the first
stealing
time
meter
the
from people.
omni-sized Helmbreaker box didn't catch someone from behind.
Not this time, but those attacks all going in the
X-Factor
wrong
now,
direction did.
I mean, this
Going
is the
to be
point
the
of
end of
stabilizing, really.
This is very possible for either player at this point.
Virgil just needs to kill quickly, but otherwise there really isn't much of a difference between the two of them.
Oh, that was a really good cross-up and then non-cross-up. Really going here. Y'all are used to fall bounce.
Yeah.
As a reminder to everyone, when you use your bounces for TAC, that prevents you from using them in your combo unless you have a set bounce. So if you use that side one, the side from Stinger is not going to work. But this is looking pretty bad for Yuli. Oh no, this is looking perfectly fine for you. Just going to avoid the missiles, hit Virgil, has 3 meters on deck, can just kill this character. Did not just kill the character. This is actually incredibly bad now after it looked quite reasonable for such an extended period of time for Yuli.
Oh, just gotta weather the storm. Virgil runs out of meter at some point.
Yes, Virgil will run out of meter at some point.
I mean, there is the Hail Mary level 3 right now. It's an option, or not so much anymore. There we go. No meter does mean there is actually a gap where Virgil really doesn't have an option for some kind of move pressure. I hope Yuli's ready to mix for their life.
Yes, and that was the mix for the life, and didn't cross up. Oh my gosh. Yuli, such
Mash! Oh, that's
with Anchor Zero.
2 unbelievable nail biters comebacks.
Showing that in this game, you cannot just kill 2 characters. Never. If you leave someone with a pixel, they will make that comeback, and Yuli doing a good job. It's especially hard to make a pixel comeback on Morgan or even or Virgil
in particular.
Yeah, because it's just like
presence of mind there.
Oh.
You can't kill. Keep the pressure going. I think that was also, in some regards, Memes does not consider the merit of Zero as a utility to a team when they're not in point position, and I think that did also, come back to haunt.
Oh, gets the confirm. This is going to... Yuli has so many assists that will let him do confirms off of that situation.
Wow, I didn't think I was
It's
gonna
a
kill.
on Virgil. In X Factor 1, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. All of the X Factors, but just because X Factor is not 3 does not mean it's not terrifying. Oh no, this is Ender Zero. He just hacked it to death. That's not.
Comeback Kid's already been erased.
Oh,
We haven't seen a lot of Yuli's Dante in this kind of match, but there's always room to
Beehive.
convince the crowd here.
With that,
Mashing.
Yuli is going to move on
Oh.
in loser's side and make it farther in the bracket, while Memes May Cry, after a brilliant run this evening, is going to be out of the tournament.
Thanks to Yuli and Memes May Cry, that match could have easily been grand finals.
So it really nice work to both players, and thank you. People will continuously count out Zenpool. Oh my gosh, I am blessed in being joined by the priest. You sacred one, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, what's up? I just thought I'd cut in really quick, just to hijack the stream a little bit. Yeah, this is a pretty good set we got going on here though, right? Just gonna jump in really quick. What's up, Icy Sarah? What's up, Kevin? What's up, guys?
Excited because we're having some good artistic versus Zenpool in winners finals right now. Both of these players have had to beat incredibly challenging people moving to this position and are doing great in their run, but it looks like this run may be going a little bit better for artistic, because even after he drops the combo, gets a new one with Doom, gets it, Ryu back into the corner, is going to be able to kill him off swiftly. Would you go for a snap here?
I guess Artistic decided that he's going for a snap, and it actually didn't work out because he just immediately got hit. Let's see what happens here. Oh no, Zenpool actually drops the combo, giving Artistic just enough time to DHC out. Let's see. In this situation, I'd say it's pretty heavily in Artistic's favor, but since he still has X Factor, but he might just lose his Doom here.
And his Virgil too.
But X Factor Strider, no slouch here. Hold on. Oh, but he gets immediately hit. Can Zenpool confirm? He couldn't, unfortunately. This is gonna be tough. This is a tough match right here. Tough call.
And
the
that
trade.
traded. There's Strider is going to be. He can't handle the Shoryuken, and the beam is going to come out. It's the opportunity to lock down for just a little while. And Artistic, being patient, doesn't want to try and do something when that Akuma DHC is available. But now he's going to need to play this out. Strider pretty well endorsed the fight character.
Oh my god! He's so close. He's so close. He can taste it. Zenpool.
Pixel. Okay, is he going to get the opportunity to
he's got a
one
Shoryu.
more chip?
If he finishes this off with the Shoryu, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream.
May need to scream.
Shoryu!
Oh, he got thrown!
Oh my goodness! Wait, hold on. Maybe this is Artistic's arc. Maybe this is Artistic's comeback arc. Hold on.
Beam is available. This is not his comeback arc.
Oh no, this is not his comeback arc. No.
Next game is his comeback arc. He was just saving. He wants to build drama. You know, Artistic.
Next
is an
season.
Artistic person. He wants to have that creativity. He doesn't want people to already know.
For character development.
Character development, and very patient. You rarely see people standing still at the start of a match. Everyone's either holding forward or backwards, jumping around, but Artistic there just waiting for a moment at the beginning of things and manages to get his round trips set up. But Akuma getting alpha countered in, I don't think that was intentional. Do you, Priest?
I don't know. I don't think so either. But it's one of those things where you can't really call what happens in the match every time, so you just have to roll with the punches, to be honest. So
just when things don't work out how you think they're going to work out, one of the best skills in Marvel.
Absolutely. And both of these guys are really good about doing that, and it just seems like Artistic is better in this round right now. What an incoming though.
How did Zenpool block that? He's so good.
Yeah, Zenpool is actually kind of OD.
It looks like he's managing to stay right under Doom. Really good job. Zenpool making sure to dash back and forth so that photons wouldn't cover Doom's landing. A lot of people just let Doom throw out photons mid-screen. If he's in the corner, you need to respect them. If he's mid-screen, you could dash under them and make it so he needs to do something shady on the other side.
Oh, but Zenpool pops X Factor, and so does Artistic right now.
The scrambles are real. This is going.
This is a bit of a scramble. You're not kidding.
and the scrambles have finished, and they went in the favor of Artistic. He's going to be able to get, did not get entirely under, but is going to get the hit on Akuma, has a meter available. This is going to kill if he does something semi-reasonable, but it's actually kind of hard. Okay, this will be enough to kill. Is going to take out Akuma and tie the score up at 1-1.
These games are so close, so tough to call. It's honestly a toss-up, you know, honestly a toss-up. But I know if we have some Zenpool copy pastas going on in chat, we can probably sway the direction in Zenpool's favor. But you know, we gotta put those out there. Ooh, Shoryu!
Zenpool has 10,000 fans. Are you one of them, Priest?
Oh, if Zenpool has one fan, it's me. If Zenpool has 0 fans, I am no longer of this world.
Oh no, well, that is a reasonable opinion to have, because Zenpool is such a hype player, but Artistic a pretty hype player as well, getting to have this pressure, and I think that these are accidental calls, but it looks like Artistic may be actually intentionally baiting the accidental alpha counter by getting into a situation that Deadpool likes to summon Tatsu assist defensively, and then crossing over or under him in order to bait the opportunity for that to come out.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he wants that to happen, but it's maybe he's trying out a new meta right here. Maybe that's what's going on. But right, it's gonna be tough to beat the incoming meta that Artistic has, because here we go. Another character seems like it's going to be eliminated. But Ryu, hold on. Do you believe? Dun 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 dun. Oh,
activates X. Wants to make sure that his Virgil gets the opportunity to do this in Artistic, not letting the Guile team play for you. Oh, decides to reset him with a jab. What's this? Stride tag.
Oh my goodness. This is Office. This is an Office matchup.
You are
wake up Shoryu. Ume Shoryu? Ume Ka?
Ume Shoryu is so hard. Ooh, went for the Tiger Knee Hadouken. You can get some pretty radically different results when you use that. And
my goodness, why does he make it? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh.
This is looking so hard. I think that Strider here, especially
It's over.
Like, one of the things that's really nice about Artistic is that happy to play any of his characters either with or without X Factor in any level of X Factor in whichever order. Like, he's very limited or very unlimited in his construction of like which part of his team to do something good, but if you don't get to do something with 2 parts of your team, it's pretty bad no matter what. And Doom's about to die, and so is Virgil. This is looking potentially very scary, but do you think that the Dark Strider will run this back?
It's gonna be a quick one. That's all I know. For now, is that it's gonna be a quick one. Either Strider comes back, or Deadpool makes it what happened for the team. But this game is going to be short. I don't expect the timer to get down to like 40 seconds.
Oh, I agree with you. Ryu is going to die here, and because even though Strider doesn't do a lot of damage, in X Factor 3 it's enough, and Strider here has 2 meters, so if he hits Deadpool, he should be able to kill meterless, and will have... No, that's the one way to not kill meter.
Wait a minute! Oh, nice Roger there.
It's Akuma, he could kill him. Level 3 is definitely enough to make sure a low health character like Akuma dies off of a B&B.
Next hit wins. Oh, wait, maybe not anymore. Maybe. Oh, both of these guys getting hits here and there, but not really capitalizing. Oh my goodness, and Zenpool. Zenpool comes out on top. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna win this set? I see, Sarah. If you were a betting woman, would you put money on Zenpool or Artistic?
With the frequency that Artistic went back into that game, I feel like Artistic has the fire in him right now, so I would say Artistic. But
he definitely has a fire in him for sure.
And when you have that fire on deck, you could do so much. But this is not going to kill Deadpool unless the TAC hits. That's one of the things that when you are fighting Artistic, you ready for. When he throws round trip at the end of hit stun deterioration with Virgil, it allows him to go into TAC in situations where like even a single air normal would not have comboed. So it is worth being aware that he'll go for TAC in those situations. And Plasma Beam is beating Hadouken here. It feels so sad. So Hadouken is trying his best. But,
True.
Like, its best is not good enough.
Wait,
but
but
the
Strider
short
gets
hard.
punished. And Strider's almost dead.
Zenpool is very good at making sure to punish those assists when impossible, but very nice air dash down medium by Artistic. Not going to be enough. This is going to be a situation where Artistic is well ahead in meter, but with that Strider bleeding so much, it's possible that one well-placed Shoryu into Beam would get rid of him. But Artistic just happy to play the long game at this point and bring back in Virgil. Virgil's at full health, so it gives him plenty of buffer zone. Hits two characters, kills at least one of them. Akuma is also not having a great time here. This mix-up is incredibly scary. Very nice work to Zenpool on being able to actually block the and kill off Strider and kill off Doom.
Hold on, hold your horses, Zenpool. I don't know about this. I don't know.
On a pixel, and the thing is right now, even though Artistic is kind of keeping away, he's not doing any chip with any of those photons until this X Factor runs out.
Wait, hold on, take it! Oh no! Oh my god! No way! No way! Do you take it? I take that, bro. I take that to the bank and run with it, baby! What are you talking about? Oh my goodness.
Is Zenpool going to embrace his inner Satsui no Hado and destroy this man without even getting another combo? Or is it going to be an unpause into the rest of the game?
He's gotta hit them with the demon. The demon tag, bro. No, don't touch him. Just he's down. He's just face down on the floor. You didn't even touch him.
Hey, it was already done.
The screen goes black, and first you don't God knows what can happen. The gods turn their back on you when the screen goes black, and next thing you know, you just wake up and you're face down on the floor, dude. Hit him with the demon tag.
Artistic face down on the floor right now, but the only thing is. Artistic, since this was the last other person in winner's bracket besides Zenpool, he could still do this from the loser's side. That was a very close set, and it just means that Artistic's going to need to fight whoever climbs their way out of the terrifying loser's bracket if he wants to have another shot at Zenpool. Let's see, are people saying in the chat what the ruling is on all of this?
I don't know. I guess we have to go to I don't know.
Oh, it looks like Artistic's controller cable turned off at the match. Dang, that's unfortunate. Controller issues are a challenging space for all of this to happen through, but sometimes it happens. Kevin is letting them decide. Artistic's asking what's up for Zenpool, and we're going to get Zenpool's response shortly.
Oof. I would take the match. I think
it's reasonable for Zenpool
you can
to
call
take the match there.
Yeah, you can call me whatever you will. I would take that match. I'd take that all the way to the bank. I mean, definitely. Yeah, if we're at Evo, you don't even have a choice. You don't have a choice.
Zenpool's words are taking that shit, laughing my ass off.
Hell yeah, brother.
that is.
Where did he write that? Where did he write that? Did he write that in
the
chat?
Discord?
In the Discord? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see this.
So Zenpool has confirmed. The Modok Zero match works out.
I think Zero wins, but it's so easy as to say that Zero wins regardless of knowing what the matchup is. And Fruity Fetus gifts a sub to Zenpool. That's pretty nice. That's pretty dope.
And this hit from Yuli is also pretty dope, but not very good for Modok. Would you snap immediately or kill this character?
You have to snap immediately, honestly, if you want to. Unless, the thing is, you're asking somebody that doesn't have a character like Virgil to control Phoenix. So, you know, Lee says maybe he feels a little bit more comfortable against Phoenix. But if you were to ask me, who plays like no characters that have any anti-Phoenix tech, I'd say you definitely snap Phoenix in and try to get her, try to go for the kill. Which it seems like, oh no, he couldn't confirm off of that grab. So Mothman gonna use a bit of meter to get in to get stabilized again, get some control here, and he immediately Ulysses immediately jumps in and gets hit by the shell kick. All right, let's see what Mothman is gonna do here. He does get back to almost 5 bars again. So this is a good look for Mothman right now. But here comes the Devil, the Sparta brothers. Definitely gonna pose a problem for Mothman right now.
A shell kick from downtown worked, but he didn't get the confirm off of it, and it's all up to Phoenix. But having Phoenix with 5 bars, one of the great situations to have it be all up to. Gets the hit on Virgil. Would you invest X here just to kill Virgil? So you don't need to deal with the...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because he's the only character in this team right now that really has true anti-Phoenix tech, where he can control Phoenix regardless of what's going on the screen. Dante doesn't really have that. The best he has is like maybe like $1 million, you know, randomly, or a zero he can Sogenmo just to try to do something. But honestly, it's not true anti-Phoenix tech like Virgil has. So the investment of X Factor into getting rid of Phoenix is a good call here for Mothman, who was actually talking about how this team that he plays is very unorthodox in terms of the game plan. But wait, hold on. Speaking of unorthodox, Ulysses is alive, and Mothman doesn't have any X Factor. This is unorthodox here. What's gonna happen? I see Sarah. I see Sarah. I'm scared. I see Sarah. I'm scared.
Your fear was well justified, because Hero, even though Nyx had her life bleed down to that single pixel, got that feather to connect, and when the feather connects, it's the end of... Very nice work clutching it out by Mothman, even when X Factor's no longer available.
And back to this Zero Modok matchup right here. Not it's like a tall order for Modok, honestly, is to play this neutral out, especially without any true neutral assist here, but he does have that reliable old barrier to protect him. So he does have options in the neutral. And he does have a way of fighting Zero, but it's just, for the most part, Zero should win in that matchup. But this is a completely different game plan that Ulysses has to fight against. It's do or die, and the clock is ticking. Oh, but he's gonna go for... Oh yeah, that's strange how that happens sometimes. The bomb hits, but it doesn't hit. But right.
Saw the jamming bomb animation go off, but then whatever the capture stated is didn't trigger properly.
Yeah.
Is it when they're particularly close to the ground when it hits? Because that one looked very close to the ground, or is it just like random?
Yeah, what it is the bomb hits, but it kind of doesn't hit. Like it doesn't explode fast enough for the character to actually be affected by the hitbox yet. So it's just strange, but it does happen quite a bit. Ooh, nice reset there. And you saw Ulysses has tried to start his aggressions, tried to start his game plan, but Mothman right there on top of it did not allow it to happen. So here we go. Mothman up 2, and Ulysses has to change up his playstyle. He's going to have to change something about his game plan. He's going to have to go even more Ultra Instinct here.
Ulysses' Ultra Instinct is a terrifying thing. I have confidence that either of these players could still make this happen. But this is looking like a decent... Oh no, it's not looking like a decent situation for Mothman right now. No. He needs to eat the medium lightning cross-up, and because Sogenmu's active, it lets Zero solo combo off it in that situation. But all of the resets in such a short period of time, Modok is going to die. Again, did not snap Phoenix, and Morgan managed to block on incoming. He just gets the opportunity to be annoying for a little while. She can build so much meter just to be annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna be another tough call unless you get happy birthdays like this, and the meter that you get off of happy birthdays is one thing, but also just the damage is another thing that you have to think about. So yeah, Morgan, by the way, guys, if you guys didn't know, best character in the game, by the way. Definitely the best character in the game.
I think all of the characters that are on all of these are bullshit. Like every single one of them. But Morgan is definitely like, oh, on top of being one of the best point characters in the game, she also has the best assist for one of the other best point characters in the game. And is just like utterly nonsense in so many ways.
Oh
the ground grip here, it's going to set up the mix-up, and it doesn't hit with the first 3 parts of it, but the 4th part with the Helmbreaker is enough, and Spiral Swords means that respect this to at least some degree. Didn't respect it enough, but gets another opportunity to play. X Factors to safety, and now everything had been looking so good for Ulysses. He had a hit, everything was fine. But the Dark One has popped and
Oh, and he admits defeat and concedes. He definitely let that one slip out of his fingers, slip out of his hands, and yeah, it's gonna be Mothman 3-0 real quick against Ulysses. Ulysses, though, good showing here. I believe he got 4th, I believe, maybe 3rd. Whoa, we've got Senor Hamon joining us for grown men, you know, gang. But yeah.
Speaking of this gang's stepping up on each other from Mothman and Artistic, immediately able to get some hit. Artistic just smacking down on Morgan, already halfway health. Mothman did a good job staying in the air, is able to get safely to the other side. Front tower port, Mothman didn't see it coming, get hit. Is Artistic gonna go for the snap? I hope so on the Gene. Ground bounce, get as much meter, snap, mid-screen mix-up, just she blocks it, stays in front. Yeah, Mothman stayed, was a big condition actually, probably blocked on instinct to stay in front this time. This game so far gets the low on Mothman, on Artistic. Is this happy birthday? No, just Virgil.
Yeah, it was such a good snap, such a good incoming from Artistic, but Phoenix is just so small and so petite that none of it really worked against her, and now we're going to be seeing this infinite go down. I wonder what Artistic's thinking. I think he's gonna have to kind of play the Doom and Strider Shell and just kind of hope for the best here. For the most part, I do think that this Shell does well against MODOK, but Mothman's so good about punishing that assist. He's able to sort of maneuver around Strider whenever he wants, and so, you know, he's gonna have to work extra hard as Artistic. What do you think about the outcome of this match, Senor Hamon? Do you think that Artistic is gonna win this match? Or do you think Mothman's gonna win this match?
I still think Artistic has a huge chance. Like you're saying about Mothman being so on point with the Vajra punishes, if Artistic is just a bit more aware to know that when the punish is going to happen, you can still use Spear Flame on Dr. Doom, kill MODOK. MODOK's health is only low, but it's not mattering right now. As Artistic's Action Strider is able to get the air throw, no, it doesn't pick up off the bomb, realizes the bomb would have left them vulnerable, was able to dodge it. Oh no, through the shield. Yeah, Artistic almost had the right call with the long ground bow, was able to switch out. Ooh, got Morgan. At this point, you probably just want to switch out G and just deal with the level 1 Dark Phoenix. Yep, right away, bomb. Vajra makes up, goes in front, gets hit. Here comes Dark Phoenix, gonna have time to lower bonus right here. Oh, goes for Vajra teleport.
Oh, I think he wanted. Oh, but he got the. Oh my god!
Yeah, had the guest read. Leaves Strider a little bit safe in level 3, a bit able to. As still has the Ouroboros. Yeah, was able to. Took a moment, waited, did the jump instead of the slide, but still ends up taking out MODOK now. Just look to Morgan. Morgan has no meter, full health. Strider's gonna take one mix-up. Attempted the little try dash, was able to get away unpunished. No, got the low, but no completion. Make sure Artistic is going for those Tiger Knee Vajras so they can't get thrown. 15 seconds on the clock, goes for a teleport from behind, attempts the air kick in the air for Morgan. Vajra misses, and now Mothman just decided to go in with some dash S, H's, teleport, read it, bro, blocked it just in time. 10 seconds on the clock, Strider still has more health. At this time, Artistic's probably thinking about hanging back. Yeah, I'm taking the moment, but making sure
to
not
he
make things like
Vajra.
this. Oh, and Mothman has these confirms, absolutely. 4 seconds on the clock, just need 2 fault. What? Goes for.
Wow, he Vajra'd. Oh my god.
Vajra right here? Oh no! Artistic Vajra right there would have been enough damage possibly to take the game.
Yeah, and Artistic definitely had the life lead, but he Vajra'd and it was not a good Vajra.
The game is not over until it says time out.
It's kind of a bit of a gamble there. I don't really like that, but you know, maybe Artistic learns from it and you know, just plays out the neutral a lot more, but he's definitely going to be still sticking to the aggression here. Yeah, that combo doesn't work against MODOK. You have to do a specific combo, I think. But let's see what Artistic decides to do this game. Mothman is always being very like aware of the Strider calls, so he punishes the Strider call, and but he gets caught up by the swords, and now we're going to be having Morgan coming in with 3 bars. This is not good. This is not the best. This is not the most optimal situation. But did you see that he stole meter from Vajra? That was so cool.
And then Doom coming in saying, let me just finish this business. Get your max meter. Oh no, decides to go for the mix-up. Is low, but Mothman was ready. Attempted to go for a throw, but Mothman was still in the air. Gene just plinking back. Has almost on the cusp of 5 meters. Should have just punished Morgan at that point. Still chicken blocking, teleport, stay on top. Now I'm able to get out of the corner. Mothman just dashing in. Oh, decides I have 5 bars. Go for it. Don't matter if I die. I'll come back stronger. Nice little lingering photon beams. Gets above. Nice awareness on Autistic. Blocking the domers. Yeah. Nice missiles calls. Oh, the proton gets actually in between the protons and the teleports.
Nice teleport there. Very aware right there. Just very good overall play from a Mothman. I don't know what that was about. What happened there? I think he had an execution error there, but yeah.
Or thought he probably had 2 meters and it didn't after all. Yeah, nice Artistic. At this point, you want to switch to Virgil just to get the Doom healing. But yeah. See, there you go. Get back into the game plan. Oh, gets mixed. Super. No, just leaves it. At this point, you have 30 seconds, so you can kind of play taking your time if you want to decide to run out the clock, or at least get the clock as low as possible, so then it still applies pressure on either you and your opponent.
Oh.
Here comes Dark Phoenix.
No meter for swords, though.
Blocks the Vajra. As the round shift takes the meter. Oh, attempt Mothman. Oh, didn't get the pickup, but gets swords right back into it. What's Mothman gonna do? H to get rid of the Vajra. Falls back down, can't call an assist. Virgil by himself, blocks it. Yeah, just holding. Yeah, nice relying on the Doom Beam. She's on the cusp. Oh no, but just has to block back up. Just needs the opportunity to use swords. Oh no, Virgil was took. Got swords. Might take a hit in the face. Nope. Artistic. Second game.
Yeah, that was tough to call there. It's just it could be such a snowball if Phoenix gets the hit, but unfortunately for Mothman, he wasn't able to get that hit. Wow, nice punish here on Strider, but he's gonna get grabbed in the air. No punish there from no confirm there from Artistic though. Another nice punish on Strider. Very nice awareness right there. Just overall, you could see that Mothman just waits for the right opportunity and the right moments. And I know specifically as a MODOK player, those punishes are not easy to come by. You definitely have to space them right, and you have to know which ones to go for in the moment. But yeah, snaps in Phoenix though, and Phoenix goes down. This is a tough match here. I don't know who's gonna win. I feel like Artistic definitely has an advantage now, but it's Mothman, honestly. Like, Mothman can come back from anything.
Nice tag. You would have combo from it. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Mothman still has 4 bars of meter, and Artistic is always teetering on having next to none. So the advantage always could be just one attack or mix away, and it could totally turn in Mothman's favor. Just like
here.
This.
Yeah, like here.
Bars. Level 3 immediately. Yep. Set the tone setter, make it even. 60 seconds on the clock, and now Morgan has an advantage technically. Could if she astrals or switch. Yep. Has a beam assist. Virgil only has Vajra, and as Mothman's been demonstrating, has been able to punish Vajra every single time. Oh no, gets comboed. Oh, Strider taking all this damage, came in, lost half. Alright, Artistic waiting for the teleport, goes for Vajra into swords, trying to punish. Gets the next round trip, has no bar, has to do something. Oh, Artistic still had X Factor? I totally forgot. This could completely still turn around. Oh no, wasn't ready, didn't Hellbreaker, didn't even fall down with the air light. Virgil just got killed up to X Factor level 2. The middle of the shield mode.
And I like this because this matchup actually is heavily in MODOK's favor, but it's tough to call who can win this point war when X Factor is a part of the equation. But here we go, Mothman is able to take it over Artistic for this third game here. Oh man, that was so close. So very tough to call.
Oh, you say MODOK v Strider is in MODOK's favor? I disagree. I don't have to.
Barrier completely blows up a lot of what Strider wants to do.
Well, that's why you would air grab, or just stand grab, stick grab, and then you mix up, flying decide between throwing out the shield or taking the teleport into the Strider, and then as meter builds up. I mean, I'm not saying that Strider wins, but I would agree with you, like if you said 5-5 rather than.
Oh, absolutely not. But we're talking about this match though.
Yeah. A nice high kick, gets to confirm, drops it. Unfortunately, MODOK on the cusp, but Dream's coming in. 5 bars, easy peasy. Artistic. All the bar, all the mix, all the meter, has full characters. He's not going to be able to confirm off the swords, but stays in front and gets this. What he's going to do, goes for the Houndbreaker, just to keep it simple, but Mothman almost got the happy birthday. There's a block. Oh, what? It almost looked like Artistic was blocking the beams. Swords up. Yeah, had X Factor. The sword's tippies were right in her face. Mothman was attempting to punch Vajra, but it didn't happen. Just ties it up.
Ooh, that was really tough to call there as well. Honestly, it's like I'm so afraid of Mothman's Phoenix because as soon as she gets a hit, it's like over. Like that's what it feels like. It just feels like the game is over. But yeah, good stuff there from Artistic. He was able to run through the whole team there. Again, the punishes are just so strong.
Just like, taking the time, trying to make something happen, but it was working in Mothman's favor. It's allowing MODOK to set up. This is what Mothman wants to happen, especially already having 3 bars of meter. Oh, nice. Artistic deciding to switch into Doom, gain some bar, possibly kill his character, or go for a snap. Yep, mix up, stays in front. Oh no, the dash killed her. Don't drop this, Artistic. And yeah, Gene's dead.
Yeah, I don't think he definitely doesn't want to drop this one. Alright, Mothman going for his Pandit. As if he was playing Sentinel, he's just going to go ahead and get out of the corner. He still does have 1 bar, so he can sort of, you know, make this happen. But if Artistic is smart about it, and oh my goodness, that grab was everything right there. I would X Factor. I would do everything in you know, everything my team is possible of doing to get rid of this Morgan, because she is a problem.
100 hits. Nice. Now it's just comes final mix of MODOK doing their best. Fall with the feats, but does not beat the big feats.
Oh. Wait. Does this mean Artistic gets his run back? Is that what this means?
Ooh. Art. Yes.
Because Artistic was playing against Zenpool earlier, and Artistic's controller. Jeez, I thought this was Marvel.
Oh man, Deadpool saying I'm adding you to the collection on this outfit of red, but Artistic just laying down the pressure, trying to set the tone, letting Zenpool know that how the next couple matches are gonna go. But Zenpool just hanging back. Taking time to just jump back. Oh, went for a low. Yeah, if you hit Virgil, the round trip does not hit you anymore on the way back. Oh, yeah. Knockdown. Attempts a round trip. Swords up. What's Zenpool gonna do? Attempts a shuriken. It doesn't cancel the swords and still gets hit. Oh, nice combo from Artistic. Has no bars of meter though. He's gonna have to build it. Oh no, it doesn't connect from the S. Strider calls out. Yeah, it's gonna get a chance for Virgil. Realizes probably wants to have more on command of forming the Vajra to catch his Zenpool, but
oh, he gets clipped low though, my boy. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Zenpool. Let's go. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Don't buy it.
No, go ahead.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. 3 games. 3 games. 3 games. 3 games.
And Artistic has to jump in, throw some positive beams, but unfortunately it's not working out as Zenpool's just laying down the fire. Gonna go for some extra chip with Ryu, the Shin Hadouken. Possibly Akuma, no, just stays for the forever traveling man. Doom trying to lay some positive beam, makes it happen, but it's looking completely helpless as Zenpool just laying waste to this doctor, is telling him, get back to Liberia. Actually, get back out of this character slot. I need to talk to the Demon Son Sparta. X Factor.
Hold on, who's next? Dr. Doom? This is easy pickings. This is easy pickings for Zenpool. Hold on. Dedek's Pride, no, I'm not drunk, dude. Chill.
Watch Zenpool walk forward, overhead.
Oh my god, if he does that, he's a god. If he hits it, he's a god.
If he hit it right there, I think he would have got it. Oh, goes for the super, save himself. Artistic fell down because of the way the photon beams brings Doom down. Oh no!
No, what do you mean? Oh no, this is good. We want this. This is best timeline. Best timeline.
2 lives left on Artistic's side. Oh, and the round trip definitely wasn't going to hit Zenpool. Oh, but gets caught by the Vajra. But Artistic foolishly got all the way to the other side and gave Zenpool space. Even let him able to tag out. Oh, nice. Tatsu drops it. Both characters. Oh my god. 12, get your assist out of my face. Get back over here. I need to talk to you.
Oh my goodness.
Tatsu's doesn't
1
need
bar.
to UFC.
1 bar.
Easy. Bring him to the floor, make him back up. Artistic trying to make an advancement with some photon beams, jumping forward with a butter gun, but Zenpool pays no matter, has the Tatsu's his on deck, just needs to get the OTG. Ground bounce, snap him, Snapolas, take care of the ninja, attempted a grab attempt, but Artistic had luckily jumped back, but not this time.
Oh, you gotta X this. You gotta X that.
Knew it immediately. From the air, mash shitty, into Ryu.
Oh, okay. We both held our breath there for a second. You know you have to.
Yeah. Oh, goes for the super, is able to confirm off the butter gun, psych. Zenpool has this.
Oh,
is able to save Ryu. Nice damage on Ryu.
Goes throw him Bolo. The match will be over if you throw him Bolo.
Zenpool just wasting time. Yeah, just needs to get a good placement of guns. Oh, doesn't want to play too hard. Throws a Bolo super on the foot dive.
Ooh,
One more game.
Game 2 goes to Zenpool. Is he about to make this a 3-0? Hold on.
One more game.
Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen, chat? Yo, if Zenpool has million number of fans, I am one of them. If Zenpool has 10 fans, I am one of them. If Zenpool has 0 fans, it means I'm no longer of this world.
Alright, supervise against it. Zenpool. Zenpool's gonna flip out of this right now. Just wait for the combo chase. He breaks it, easy peasy, dash forward, hits both characters. X Factors, happy birthday. Zenpool has this in the bag, has 3 bars, only needs to spend 1, mashes it. Is already thinking about the mix up they're gonna hit on Strider. Watch, dash forward, dash back, overhead.
What's the mix?
Overhead, overhead with it. Grab? No, attempted the hammer jump. Artistic medium grab, wall bounce is gonna be able to kill Zenpool, but Ryu just following with the Tatsu, any kind of landing. Bird Bomb, Roger Mix, ends up landing behind. Artistic, no. Gets the double Amaterasu, I believe. I forgot what the move is, but now just up to Akuma. Demon this ninja. Oh, did not get the connect. Artistic backing off, got rid of his satellite shot, but just opts to holds instead.
What's this?
He's gonna
What's
fall
this?
into the beamer.
Oh, he does another one. He does another one. He
He's
should do
naked.
another one.
Yep, right
There
here,
you
right
go.
here. Yeah, so
Oh my goodness!
just super again. Just
but one of those,
just-
one of the little Ouroboros balls hit him, and then he crossed
enough.
up.
It's not enough
No.
damage.
Next hit wins. Next hit wins. Oh,
Super jump. Why
oh.
would you?
He got Dukin when Artistic was in the air. Oh my goodness! Hold on. Is this the rise? Is this the comeback arc? Is
That's
this
what happens when I'm biased.
Is this the comeback arc, dude? That happens all the time when I try to bet against someone, or when I try to bet on someone, they always lose. So I just stopped betting. But let's see. I've got no money on either one, so this is completely unbiased. This is completely well, no, I'm biased, but like this is completely an even game. Oh, nice hard tag there. Office
That
tag.
almost hit. Should just went for a low, but in the meantime, Artistic is not able to continue the combo. Oh, the rocks defended him. Super. Oh, nice. Sure, you got rid of the swords. Artistic has no super whatsoever. Zenpool got on the 3, gonna go for another THC. Try to combo with the Virgil extension. No, misses it. Round trip into Doom, but Doom's a bit far. Not gonna give time at. Oh, almost would have got both characters, but the photon beams from falling Doom ended up hitting. Save Akuma.
Oh. Hold on. Maybe we have to get Ryu out right here. Take the beam. Oh no.
Is it damaging?
Oh wait. Hold on. Oh, the trade. Oh my god, the office tag, and it works.
Nice breakaway. Throw grenades. Oh, super to go in between. Yep, beats out the super. Is able to teleport out instead of wall jumping. Actually boloed, but didn't follow through. Zenpool tattoo scare, playing a bit too passively.
No.
Alright,
Zenpool is in control right now. He's in control of the pace of the set right now, but I fear that Artistic is just waiting to explode.
Taking the time right here. Needs a tiny bit of autopilot. Oh, might read it. Gets both characters. Swords have a birthday at this moment. Dashes right in time.
Oh.
Just gonna be up to Akuma. Has to get this extension though. No. Zoom's gonna live.
No,
Almost gets hard
how
tag.
did he live? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Demon flips. Is able to keep Dr. Doom at bay. But as we know, Dr. Doom has flight, so is able to stay on top of Akuma, and Zenpool still also has to worry about the Strider and Virgil assist. Lay down 2.
Got a channel that's inner Justin Wong. He's got to feel it. He's got to feel the Wong within him.
Channel the Wong, channel the legend, let them know. Nice demon flip. 30 seconds on the clock. Zenpool's being patient, is about to get the overhead, but the stashes into a low from Artistic, and Artistic got to tie this up. That's a reset.
He felt it a little too much. He felt it a little bit too much, just dashing up on raw doom, no hit stun, no block stun, no nothing. Just felt it. He just felt it. I respect it though. But Artistic right now, is this his comeback arc right now? Is he about to run all the way and take this tournament? We're just gonna have to see, guys. Next time on Dragon Ball, which is now.
Oh, almost a happy birthday on both situations, but Artistic decides to not follow through. Just whiffs the standing H and knocks Deadpool away. Almost gonna hiss, but they were able to hop out. Akuma safely getting out of there. Oh, was probably gonna try to punish on the Strider, but instead it just gets rocked up and Vajra'd out. Another Vajra able to dodge it this time. Zenpool trying to make a mix happen. Artistic just blocking all these lows. And yeah, Artistic is just going for Houndbreakers, and because he knows it's been working out, able to actually confirm it this time. And Deadpool falls, goes for the raw tug of Doom, wants to try to mix up from behind, but Zenpool is ready. Waiting. And Artistic is now calling Vajra at the same time as throwing something on the screen, which is smart, but
really.
Mini teabag in for the correction.
Teabag for the correction. To quote Artistic, I'm coming for that ass. That's what he said.
Oh, Bo is flexing a bit too much. Nice super jump on Zenpool to get a bit of air and only has to block in one direction. Try to super and again. Is it going to hit? Hitting Dr. Doom. Akuma has followed through with damage. Oh, just goes for the regular fireball instead. Was worried that Artistic had super jumped. Oh no, get caught in the middle of the dive kick. And Artistic is just going to X Factor and kill this demon. And it's going to be up to Ryu, unfortunately, as Artistic is on the cup of a reset. Oh, just has to go for the swords. This could be your mistake. Oh, never mind. Sword just goes right away. Okay, reset. Here we go, y'all.
The bags coming
Artistic.
out. Damn, Artistic is looking like might make this comeback right now, but I don't know, dude. I got a feeling Zenpool's gonna channel the inner power of friendship. You know, he's gonna channel the friends we made along the way and all that shit.
You said you're gonna regret that pause win now. Dang, that'd be the most insane.
Damn, wait, he said that in chat. Wait, hold on,
yeah.
I gotta see this. He took it.
Love this.
He took it personal. Oh my god, it's personal now, kid. It's personal.
But I hope if Artistic wins, I hope he puts it's nothing personal, kid. Or I hope Zenpool puts that. Actually, that would make more sense because of the double pause. I hope. All right. Anyways, here we go. 0-0. Artistic laying it down. Has no meter now, and Zenpool gets the overhead cross up. Gets the S bola loop. Has 2 bars of meter. He's gonna pick it up. Yes. Gets the knockdown. Bar extension with Hadouken to the wall.
This definitely will kill here too. I'm putting my chips down on Artistic. Totally not trying to curse him or anything like that.
Butterguns for that advancement. Butterguns, more butterguns. Photons. Oh, nice falling with the lights. Try to trade with the standing M. Oh, Vajra almost got punished, but instead it's Ryu. No, jump forward with the regular guns. That's a lot of damage. Oh, and yeah, now Artistic just locking down, but it's still 3v2. Still in Zenpool's favor. Has enough to get to the floor, got the round bounce, was able to finish. Oh, nice Tatsu to get Dr. Doom back up. And yeah, now Zenpool's being a bit more aware, jumping forward with the H-guns. Laying a bit more damage, but Deadpool's on the cusp, has to be careful.
Oh, that was such a sick punish there.
Oh,
he
nice,
should have
baby. Caught the flight.
Yeah.
Super jump. Has to Strider, just heavy Tatsu over it. Oh no, a bit more higher would have gone over, but probably didn't want to. Nice connection hit, both characters kill them immediately.
Oh, dude.
Game for Zenpool.
Game for Zenpool. Game 1 goes to Zen. And this is looking exactly like the last set, actually. So far, if Zenpool wins the next match, maybe Artistic just wins the whole tournament based off of the comeback factor. But here we go. What's gonna happen here?
Had to go for the teleport, didn't want to hit in the head. But was able to take a nice chunk of damage off of Akuma. Almost was able to get the falling S once again, but is gonna get the super right onto the domers of Virgil. Nice damage, but Artistic was still able to punish it with just an S, unfortunately. And this might kill Deadpool right here. No, has enough health. Go for a raw tag maybe? No, waited. Artistic saw it, just neutral jumped. Knew exactly Zenpool as red. Artistic goes for the snap to finish off Zenpool. Oh, it doesn't. Oh no, Zenpool possibly was going for her throat. Doesn't matter. Rio's back in. He's able to block the mix this time, making Dr. Doom go back. Block the Vajra. I believe with Ryu, you can catch Strider with his Air M, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that seems right. That seems about right.
Yeah, but in the meantime, laying down some plasma onto Dr. Doom, to Akuma, plasma perhaps. X Factor? No, just lays down the damage, see what Artistic does. Artistic decides to just hang out. I would probably tag back into Ryu so you have the option of doing a Lighthouse. But yeah, Dr. Doom should switch out as well. Yeah, Zenpool trying to pick their moment. Super down. No, just fell in. Decided to super into swords. Now Artistic has no meter, but still hangs on to the X Factor. Doesn't matter. Artistic still got the hit. Extension with the Strider assist. No. Nice check on Ryu for the standing light hit. Kind of just chin check Virgil just to let him know what he's doing. Gonna have to block the round trip. Oh, and the rocks take out Ryu. Now just up to Akuma. Mix. Falling down with the fireball, gets the Tatsu, ground bounce, nice, into the snow. Oh, the snap raw ass, into the face.
That raw ass.
Demon flip, penetrate. Should have probably kept blocking. No worries, we still got another game. Artistic takes it, tie it up.
This is close. Artistic is playing with the revenge in his heart. You know, he's got that hate in his heart. He's got that revenge in his mind. That's what he's thinking about right now. I'm gonna make Zenpool regret taking that match against me. I'm gonna make him regret it.
Nothing like the power of seething rage.
Yeah, yeah. He's got the real Satsui no Hado in his heart right now.
Yeah, definitely. Laid out these lunar eclipses, these round trips, all these extensions. This is all a message. Each hit is you should have known better.
Absolutely.
Right here, trash talking. I guarantee you, right here.
Absolutely.
What, you thought you could quit here? You know this is gonna last. I'm taking out each of your characters, but you know, this is a pro Zenpool stream, so we're gonna go back into the mind of Zenpool thinking, alright, I'm definitely gonna block this. No, it's alright, you know, I'm sure Artistic's gonna block the teabags. It's okay, I brought Honey with me. It's okay, I got Ryu, I have 4 bars of meter, X Factor level 3, I'm just okay. I'm gonna fall in with the fake Tatsu, and then I'm gonna Shin Shoryu because I'm godlike, and then I'm just gonna happy birthday. Right there. I think I had the read. I don't know about y'all chat. But yeah, unfortunately, Artistic takes that third game, and it's on the cusp of reading this reset grand finals. Chat, how are you feeling?
The momentum is so strong in Artistic's favor, but Zenpool right now, he's fighting. He's in the trenches. Oh, and he gets picked up. Oh my goodness.
We need the hands up, y'all, in chat for Zenpool to gather. Oh, Artistic for a cheeky reset. Trying to send a message. Giving Zenpool another chance, but sometimes that's all someone needs. Goes for a bow loop.
I would have done it.
Oh, goes for the raw S. Doesn't connect this time. Gets hit. Nice tag. Kumu's close to getting super punished. I feel like Zenpool maybe just needs to take a quick little breath. Reset themselves, still have 3 characters, still have a lot of meter, there's still a lot of time, there's no need to panic. You know, I know Doom is kind of laying down the smackdown. See, Artistic is throwing a spear flame, throwing swords, trying to overwhelm and get into the mental of Zenpool, but there's still time. He can still has time. He has no meter. Zenpool in Devil Trigger, you don't build meter, you know. Oh boy, it's still a tough character to fight.
Okay, these 2 characters are Deadpool's main characters right here. They're the ones that do them a lot of the damage, a lot of the work here, but ooh, Zenpool gets grabbed here. I don't know if I like this anymore.
and it is gonna be up once again to the Akuma. Everyone, put your hands up for the Zenpool factor. Hopefully get the next factor.
Lend Zenpool your energy, guys. We needs it. He's our boy. No. No, it's tragic. It's tragic. No. The foot dive heard around the world as our hero falls to artistic, the push block, the foot, the tea bags and the taunt at the end. Very classy there from artistic. Good job to artistic for taking it this week. That was a good match, good storyline. There was a storyline there. There was an intent. There was. It was quite murderous, and yeah, I don't know. This was fun. This was a good match.